Nigga that like not gain weight, the nigga that lost weight, lifted weights or some shit doing with some weight. So he big as hell now. Man, they said nigga got muscles and shit, man. So he ain't bullshit this time.
I like red balls, I type, like that, that's like, hello. DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic, DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic, DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic, DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
I like red balls, I type, like that, that's like, hello. DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic, DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic, DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic, DFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like it, share, like it, share, like it, share, so you can get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world that you could be, but you're supposed to be right here with me, the BABG OG. Now let's go ahead and get into it, man. Shout out to my man Brandon Green already, man. We're at the $2, man, for the building fund. I greatly appreciate you, brother. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. Y'all know what it is, man. I don't know about 6, man. It's definitely gotta go 7. I don't know why they 6, man. I see at least 7 games. Bro, this will be an epic series, but that's not what we here for. But I do have a upload that I'm doing right now. That once I,
Yo, what up, man?
yeah, there we go. I'm doing this right now. There we go. So as we get done with this, man, y'all can go support me on my pre-recorded about this series coming up. So y'all see it, man. This AI thing, bro. A lot of people taking it lightly. A lot of people think it's not gonna be a big deal. A lot of people just thinking that it's gonna be a run-of-the-mill thing, man. And again, shout out to the old heads, bro. Listen, one thing about, again, you cannot teach experience. All right. You cannot teach experience. And when you get these Peter Schiffs, you get these Rickards, and you get these Robert Kiyosaki's, you get these people that are economists, bro, not politicians, not people that are loyal to one party or whatnot, what have you. A person that's just a master of their craft and a true mathematician, because that's basically what you got. In order to be economist, bro, you have to be a mathematician, right? It has a lot more nuance to it, but a major part of it, and that's why I love math. Math is not debatable, bro. Okay, for the most part. All right, math is not debatable. It's just 2 + 2 is 4 will always equal 4. And unfortunately, sadly, they got this white lady out here doing the video that's saying, well, 2 + 2 could equal 5, and if it's not, it's racist. But hey, man, that's the world we get into, bro. I'm telling you. But it looks like the metaverse failed. What do you mean? You talking about Meta with Facebook? I don't think listen, bro, I would never say. I'm not gonna say it failed. A lot of this stuff is test runs, right? Just like this, bro. They was doing this thing. I just saw this video here. They had a video 12 years ago, man, about pretty much a remote surgery, right? Pretty much where the doctor was working everything, but you had a machine actually doing the stuff. So again, there's nothing new under the sun. You just limited to what you can do with the technology that you have at the time, right? I was just thinking about it, like I was just talking about the whole fire thing, right? Even though fire is not something that we were born with or whatever, and so on and so forth, right? You have means which to originally to survive without it. Once it was discovered, everything has become so dependent upon it that it's almost a necessity, pretty much a necessity for life. All right. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest issues and problem they're having out in the European area is in the colder months in the winter, people literally freezing to death because they can't get fuel to heat themselves. Bro, if you get too hot or you get too cold, you're gonna die. Okay. And more likely than not, more people will die from being cold than hot. You see what I'm saying? But first, man, and I was trying to work this in, but don't think I forgot about it. We had another bank failure. Another bank failure. Right? And how and why do these banks keep on failing, people? What's going on here, man? You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me, man, all these banking institutions just running out of money? You mean to tell me if there are indeed bank runs that are happening, these bank runs keep seeming to happening in the same area? You know what I'm saying? Same region. And these bank runs keep happening to where these banks have to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Go see Uncle Charles. But they sending the banks to motherfucking Uncle Charles, man. Get them up out of here. And what makes this deal different and more dangerous is we're seeing now that pretty much this bank was able to take this bank over. So let's get into it. Well, better yet, y'all niggas hate when I read, so we're gonna have somebody else explain it to y'all. Can you see me? Can you see me? Yep, we good. Let's go. Let's do it.
Markets are worried about the Fed and inflation, earnings, and the debt ceiling, right? The debt ceiling is a temporary phenomenon that will get resolved either before or after the deadline, and will create, if it does, an opportunity to buy markets, stocks and bonds related to, and it's not something we're going to deviate from our investment plan because it's a very temporary thing. And we always talk about what happened in 2011, and we remind them of that. How it was a temporary sell-off followed by a very quick recovery. The Fed, where are we with the Fed? The markets, I believe, have behaved very well in the last month and a half throughout what we've seen with the regional banks, because what the regional banks tinfoil has created was a pull forward on the Fed to probably be finishing raising rates a lot sooner than they would have, and potentially cutting sooner than they would have, because we believe the impact on lending will be material, in that will act to slow the economy down a little faster than the Fed had expected. So that's less rate hikes that they have to do. And the sooner the Fed is finished and the sooner they start cutting, the happier markets will be. And I think that is why, when we look back at the last March and April, why markets have been so resilient. I think they believe that we're closer to getting rate cuts than we would have been.
This is May 2nd, and like we'll have to do a little bit of reading, just quick. We'll peruse through it. Give me a second. Now, what makes this one different than what it was last time, right? Last time, the federal government stepped in and they saved the banks. They saved Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, all these big banks. The government had to give money to the banks. Well, what's happening is, over this time, when you look at it, man, it's so calculated, but evil at the same time. Pretty much the banks that they bailed out, the bigger ones, back in 08, those are the banks that are chose to win, right? Now, when they started the QE and all this different stuff, and you're able to pretty much borrow money from the government at absolutely nothing, what happened was they were able to accrue all of this fucking money, all this profit, all this stuff, and whatever at, absolutely no motherfucking interest rate. Well, lo and behold, if you're a bigger bank already, these other smaller banks are going to do the same thing, but they don't have the motherfucking capital. They don't have the backing. They don't have any of the stuff to actually support it when this happens this time around. So what's happening now, we're seeing is, when it's happening this time around, these banks are getting wiped out. Well, the bigger banks get to become just this motherfucking machine that gets to engulf and swallow everything else up and take all the good and none of the bad. All right. So how JP Morgan, Dimon won the First Republic deal on March 12th, and several U.S. banks reeled from a crisis in confidence. JP Morgan Chase put his might behind First Republic Bank, giving the troubled lender what sources says was $10 billion in financing. JP Morgan facility did not stop the depositors from fleeing the lender, but it turned out that the start of the series of events, some details of which are reported here, the first time that put JP Morgan and his executive Jamie Dimon in a pivotal role in one of the most extraordinary U.S. bank rescues over the years. Now listen to this now. U.S. bank rescues, right? JP Morgan bought First Republic on Monday in a government auction, culminating weeks of failed rescue attempts and aborted discussions involving some of the most powerful Wall Street executives and U.S. officials. The deal talks went down to the wire, according to two sources familiar with the situation. 4 bidders, including JP Morgan, made it to the final rounds of the auction Sunday night. One of the sources said JP Morgan did not know till about 1:15 a.m. in New York that they had won, even though the final bids were initially due several hours prior. At one point late at night, as Dimon and other senior executives waited for the outcome of their bid, silence from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, made them think they had lost. One of the sources said the final deal, announced around 3:30 a.m., cements Dimon's reputation as one of Wall Street's most powerful bankers. And we'll just leave it at that because all the rest of it is going to go through it. Hold on, they got some numbers here. Let's see. So regional lenders deposit flight after banking crisis. And it gives you all the numbers here. Let's see, do they have First Republic? Yeah, so look, Q1 deposits. First Republic is one of the lowest. Q4 deposits, a little better. but the difference is the greatest of all, which I'm guessing is a bad thing. So yeah, man. Not only is it that they're now talking about absorbing up all this cash. Y'all been keeping up with that? And when did they start removing the cash, y'all? When did the cash removal of society start? Yep, JP Morgan did not use their money, they used government money. Indeed. Yes, all the banks, and that's why they're telling you. So see, this is why we do this, y'all. Y'all see what's going on. So this Fed Now thing, or CBDC, central bank digital currency, is pretty much going to be the middleman for any and all transactions. So with these big banks, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and what's one? What's one I'm forgetting, y'all? There's one more. It's one more big bank that I'm forgetting. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and I can't think of the other one. Y'all help me out. Give it to me in the thing. But in the meantime, between time, right? No, it's not Goldman Sachs. Nah, not Goldman. At least I don't think. Yeah, Citibank. There we go. Oh, Diamond. Appreciate your passport, bros, business class. Jamie Diamond. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Chase. Well, no, we already said Chase. JP Morgan is Chase. JP Morgan and Chase is the same thing. JP Morgan Chase is the same. But either way, so they started removing the money from the economy or from the public when they had the corn shortage. Remember that? Remember corn shortage? Y'all remember that during the pandemic? Somehow, out of everything that motherfuckers didn't have, it was a coin shortage. And to the point of where we don't give change. You need to swipe your card, or hey, we got these dollars for you. We ain't got none of them little shiny things. And I was trying to find it, but literally, even when it comes down to money, right? Being that all our money is fiat, the only real money is coins. And when you think about it, and you go back to, ancient times and civilizations, you had to actually mint coins, and coins are actually made out of, valuable things, whether they be, gold, silver, or whatnot, what have you, right? Of course, we don't deal in gold and silver here, but that same principle was adopted and was talking about making the money here in the States as to what the real official only really official money were coins. So if you start pulling away coins out of the things, and we're doing it somehow, I don't know how the hell you running out of motherfucking coins during a time to where nobody is buying anything. Everybody's locked the fuck down, right? Now we're slowly shifting to the point of where these businesses, no cash accepted. Again, bro, this is a trap. It's not a good thing. The mark will be in your forehead. When they say your forehead, nigga, that's gonna be that goddamn Elon Musk, supercomputer brain, Neuralink, and in your hand. That's the shit that they was working on, where they told y'all we was crazy, and we told y'all that's going to be able to detect your body containing the mRNA, and what's that's going to be able to do as far as being able to track you everywhere you go. All right, and we know that's sponsored by your boy Bill Gates, that also simultaneously owns most of the farmland in the country. So, bruh, and I keep saying this, everybody think this shit's a game, bruh. Like you said, it started to go viral, and it's nice to see, quote unquote, the conspiracy theories talk about these things. And they're like, damn, man, that's crazy how, 18,000 cows were just, somehow blown up in the factory or whatever, killed, and so on and so forth. And then he brought up how the chickens, all, the millions of chickens that died, between over the last year or so, or the last couple years and so. And you slowly but surely, man, having all of these sources of, of food, when it comes to actual animal, what I'm saying, which again, as a human being, you need. All right. I'll give that what a motherfucker say. All right. You're an omnivore, man. You made to eat meat. All right. And you come to see how all this stuff, man, is just coincidence. Big coincidence. Oh man, this is oh, what you just talking about? What you saying? Oh, so they just kill the cows, huh? Hey man, listen, dog. I ain't gonna argue with you, brother. But I did see a good deep freezer today, y'all. I got the deep freezer that I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna fill that thing up with meat, all kinds of meat. I'm finna start looking into I need to get a hunting license. I got a fishing license, I got a hunting license. But the thing is, man, it sucks down here because deer down here are like small as shit because it's so hot and shit. They don't really have harsh winters, so they don't really put on a lot of weight. But hey, deer meat is deer meat. Start doing that thing out. And I'm telling y'all, man, listen, you need to stack up on your food. Get them 20-pound bags of rice. You never go wrong with rice. Start stacking up on your meat and stuff now, because man, this is the way I'm looking at it, right? So in the transitionary point of where, hey, you can do it or you can't do it, right? It's going to be a little rush, but not much panic. More people are going to start opening their eyes and seeing what's happening, but it's not going to be a panic. But when it comes down to the point of where they're saying, okay, no matter what, no more cash, you have to turn your cash in, and whatever this card is or whatever the chip is or whatever your account is that's attached to you, you'll get credit this way, and this is the only way you can make purchases. That's when all hell gonna break loose. If you don't already got your shit, bro, that's when the shit is really gonna hit the fan. Okay. Now, the thing about it and what's gonna make it weird is, again, how the whole crypto thing, the decentralized currency and the decentralized shit is gonna work, because that's still gonna be out there. But they're gonna be trying to tamp that down and attack it hard as fuck. Now, at the same time, told y'all, if you're not paying attention, my bad. I still got this highlighted. And let me see what we got, bro. Yeah, you can order it. You can order it, but why order it when you can just fucking hunt it? You can hunt it, man. Hunt it. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all niggas that eat that swine, bro. Especially down here. I'm gonna do that regardless. I'm not gonna eat the meat, of course, or whatever, but I want to go on a hog hunt down here somewhere just for the thing of it. Right. But what am I saying? They extended hunting season because deers were causing so many accidents running in the road. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, definitely need to get your ammo. He said no Fed 9 floor. Well, thank God, we good. But then too, like you said, even that is gonna have a run up on the price. And now that brings us to another big thing, that that Marvel movie where Captain America was fighting against Iron Man. Bruh, we're gonna have a cold version of that. All right, it's not gonna be no shit where everybody motherfucking get their guns and meet up somewhere at the fucking Mason-Dixon line and fight it out. No, that's not gonna happen, right? Or in this case, it would be more so a East versus West type thing, I guess, or whatever, or liberal versus conservative or whatever. It's not gonna be that type of deal, man. But what you're starting to see is, and shout out to Ron DeSantis, man. Ron DeSantis, bro, this dude like read my mind, bro. There's no way there should not be a federal law against child molestation. Okay, just like you have mandatory minimums for drug possession, you have mandatory minimums for gun possession, you have mandatory minimums for certain crimes and so on and so forth. There should be mandatory minimums, and if you start putting the death penalty on the line for molesting a child, people will stop doing it. Okay, people will stop doing it. Just like motherfuckers have urge to steal shit and they don't because they don't want to do them years. I promise you, a motherfucker that may be the worst of the worst of child predators, if he knows that if he touches that kid, he's going to lose his life, not go and sit down in jail for how many years and live in protected custody, okay? Not go around here and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to risk him his life. Hey, he will find another alternative method and cure himself of his evils, okay? But Shout out to Passport Bros Business Class. And now that's the big deal of it. So this whole thing, bro, they finessed us and they like, oh, we're looking for 50,000 more FBI agents and they're gonna be carrying guns and this, that, and other, and all this other shit, la la la. Bro, that was a big misdirection. Bro, you don't need no motherfucking you don't need no I said FBI, my bad, FBI, IRS, IRS workers, man. We're looking for 50,000 IRS workers to be able to do this and do this shit and la la la. Bro, not only are they going they don't need those 50,000, they're probably going to cut a lot more IRS jobs once the CBDC shit gets done, because now again, every last one of your transactions is going to get tracked, every single penny, in and or out. Okay, so that's what you don't want. Okay, one of the wonderful things about tax code and all these different things of you being able to say and manipulate the tax code and say this and this, well this is for this and this is for that and that's for this and this and that. Well, no, well you can't say that. So all this brown paper bag money, you know what I'm saying? You know, the holy trinity of the black community, the barber, the hairstylist, and even the church, bruh, all that money finna go, bro. Nah, Passport, I don't see it being hot, bro. I just don't see that being hot, man. I don't. And you ain't killing no goddamn deer with no motherfucking BB. What the hell you talking about, man? We ain't talking about no squirrels and no rabbits. I said deer. What you talking about? This is not gonna be hot, bro. It's not gonna be hot. Shout out to my man, Spirituality. They might use you at IRS's foot soldiers to search for people and try to live outside the system. Now, shout out to Hope. I didn't think about that. That could be a thing, man, because they were talking about armed. I don't know why the hell you need to be armed in the fucking IRS, but that does make sense. Shout out to the man Rico. And not only programmable. So let's go over this and let's touch this. So the whole part of the CBDC, man, like you said, is and people saw this issue. They were complaining about this now with Visa. I think Visa card was doing the answer where people were trying to buy either ammo or they were trying to purchase firearms, and their transactions didn't go through. Simply because for whatever reason, Visa did not agree with firearms being purchased for whatever reason, and so on and so forth. It was a story that happened, I want to say 3 months ago. Okay. Well, now, depending on who runs the thing or whatever, right? And the government says, well, and they're able to manipulate the law to say, well, listen, we know the law says this, the Second Amendment says this, but the ATF says this. So just like what's going on now with the pistol brace thing, right? So the pistol brace law, all right, they tried to stop it or slow it down and they lost. So now the pistol brace thing is going to go into effect, all right? Well, what we've seen from this leadership, right, is doing it. What they do is they know something is illegal, but they know it's going to take time, even for an emergency injunction to take place, as to where so many people are just going to comply for the sake of being able to operate in their everyday ordinary lives. Once you're on it, they're not going to come off of it. We saw that happen with same tactic happen with the requirements. They knew it was illegal. They knew that they lied. They knew a lot of the things that was going on with that whole situation was untrue, but they knew if you put enough pressure on most motherfuckers, man, hey, you told you're not going to be able to work, you're not going to be able to feed your family, you're not going to be able to do different things, right? Well, what you going to do, right? So, especially in a case like that, well, you can't unshot yourself, right? Once you're done, it's done, right? And now they get to use you as a free guinea pig to see the reactions and what's happening, what they need to tweak it for in order to get whatever get the ultimate outcome, which we know is Bill Gates related, if you know what I'm saying. Look at Bill Gates family tree and what they believe in. Would you say that, right? So no, I've never. What the fuck? Hell no. I ain't see a 50 cal air rifle. Nah, man, I didn't see that shit. That's wild. Shout out to Black Trunks, man, and good on you, brother. Good on you, man. few years ago, Visa's card stopped Vatican from using their services because they found out it was linked to pedo stuff. Look it up, real story. Well, no, they was doing that too with and speaking of that, man, and this just came out and I didn't have the time to do the research. I'm pretty sure Hulk will probably be on into somebody, but bruh, how about they link the current CIA director with Jeffrey Epstein? Y'all heard about that? Yeah, this Apple Pay shit. Apple Pay is another or part of the cult though, man. Apple's definitely gonna be with the shits. Apple's definitely gonna be one of the motherfuckers that turn your ass off and say you can't buy no guns and buy no ammo with your shit once they really lock the shit down. Bruh, yeah, of course. He can't say that. He said it was the same damn thing about hitting a certain hit in your chest or whatever, and then try to give the stats about it, all this other shit. Yeah, bro, stop it. We know what it was. We know what it is. We know what that shit was. But programmable currency. If we say you got to stay in the house, you got to stay in the house because you can't buy shit. You can't drive nowhere. You can't go nowhere because in order to buy fuel, you have to use the car. And if we tell the banks to lock the fucking cars down, be it for a certain period of time, for a certain period of days, hell, a certain period of weeks or whatever, you're stuck. This is when we start getting into now, even if you have an alternative source of income, I don't want necessarily to call it, a black market or whatever, and you go to decentralized route. Well, if we make that illegal as to where the only way you can legally purchase items is through this, now you run the risk of what's most likely going to end up first off being fines, penalties and fines, which you have to pay the money, which you're going to forfeit your money that you've earned, and you find a way to work around the system, right? But if you're caught, you're going to be fined first, and then after the fines, of course, they're going to escalate it up to incarceration, right? So what we're seeing happen, man, with this again, if the best way to control any civilization, bro, is the currency, always, right? Best way to control any fucking civilization, bro, compared to everybody else, bro. Even if you everything from like say Rick and Morty, going all the way back to what was the big show on HBO with the Golden Company, right? Game of Thrones, right? There's always been, to control the money, you control everything. Was it Rothschild or was it I think it was Rothschild? If my sons did not want war, there'd be no wars. If you control the fucking money, man, it don't matter, motherfucking, who's at war, because you're controlling everybody that's at war. And then you go back into the history of that and you look at all of that corrupt shit, how the money's fucking being changed hands. Yeah. But nowadays, those are directly interconnected. Shout out to Rico again, man. Shout out to you, brother. You seem new. I'm not familiar, but I appreciate participation. Did you see Dwayne Wade get heckled for taking his son to the chop shop? Nah. I didn't. So hold on. So hold on. His son is full. What's the name now? Hold on now. You say what now?
Yeah. What your ass say?
D Wade done took his son to the damn. Indeed. Always. So this currency thing, man, is happening. Everybody's just thinking like, oh man, it's no big deal. It's this, that, and the other. It's gonna be, and just like this downturn, bro. I'm telling you, go listen to Peter Schiff. Go listen to Rickards. What they're telling you, man, this is not going to be 2008 to 2011. It's just not. Shout out to Hulk in the building, man. Appreciate you, Hulk, for the 10, brother. It's not gonna be the same, dog. It's not gonna be the same. All right. Get ready. Just get ready, bro. The simple stuff, the basic shit, or whatever, what you can control, all these different things, do it. I'm not fucking with no electrical cars. I'm not doing nothing that's to where, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a time, like I said, places like Florida and places to where, you know, I'm pretty sure probably be Texas, Georgia, all these different places or whatever that's not with it and they fight against the bullshit. Those are gonna become the, you know, the Thunderdomes, I guess. You know what I mean? Those will become the places, man, as to where everybody's trying to get to, so you can maintain and not be under the motherfucking control or thumb of the motherfucking, you know, Big Brother or the elites, the, you know, the NWO, whatever you want to call it, right? So, but yet still, even with that, man, eventually all it takes is what? Election of the wrong motherfucker, and now everything goes to shit. So I'm just saying, man. I OJ. So what's the difference between electric cars and gas cars? Not a goddamn one. You know how to make gas. Gas is brought in with trucks, requires electricity pump. Listen, no truck. I'm sorry, passport bros, fam. It's the control. There's a big difference, nigga. Tesla can shut your shit off, nigga. Cadillac can shut your shit off, nigga. GM can shut you off, bro. Anything that's connected to electrical, fully fucking electrical fucking car, they can tell you, and Tesla can literally shut the damn chargers off, all of them, bro. Yeah, they can, but not like they gonna be, because you can store gas, dog. You know what I'm saying? You can store gas. And if it's a place like you're saying where we're doing this to where, you know, you got Texas and Florida or whatever, right? And these places that do have it, and they're to say we're not gonna go on the program, we're not gonna get down with the shits. Well, now you're good as long as you're in that area. Now it's gonna be limited as to where you can go. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, what we're seeing is, and the big problem that they're not gonna like is places like Florida and Texas, man. You know, Florida, Texas, California, bro. That's what Alaska's the biggest state. Alaska, California, Texas, then Florida, right? Those are the top 4 biggest states. I know Alaska's the biggest. Then Cali, Texas, then Florida, right? Those are the top 4 biggest states, right? Yeah, exactly, bro. I don't know what the hell Passport Bro was talking about. Motherfucker, you can get a gas can. You get a barrel of fucking gas. It's real easy. People been doing it for forever, brother. Bro, but not, bruh. I can tell you this. If I got a 70 anything, if I got an 80 anything, I'm not worried about nobody's flipping no switch, brother, and my car cutting off in the middle of the road. Now, if you do an EMP, that's gonna fuck everybody over, okay? But you're not gonna have access directly to my car to cut it off, or direct access to my car to where I can't cut it on, start it, and go where the fuck I want to go. Shout out to Doug, man. Appreciate you, Doug. Doug be feeding me all this stuff too, man. Doug be feeding me hella stories, bro. Brother, ain't no OnStar didn't start to what, 2000 something? Now, you know, he's a fucking, you believe, your ass believe in China. You wanted to be down. Oh shit, you broke down into which one? Which tunnel, bro? Hampton? Please don't tell me you broke down in Hampton, bro. They have much more technology to integrate into smart cars. You heard about the electric roads coming. Yep. Yeah, man. Bro, I'm telling you. 64. Oh, damn, bro. Yep. Hey, shout out to Paul Gang. Paul Gang, see what's going on. That's why I never trusted any of these emission states and these shits or whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dog. If you don't got fucking you know, that it's too much of a carbon footprint. You know, it's you know, greenhouse gases and all this stuff. It releases too much exhaust. But let's shift over to this AI shit, man. Keep in mind, there's no right to drive. There are the control your ability to drive. If you get caught driving, then you say no. No, come on. Here you go, man. I can't wait to open this up. I know your ass gonna be wild. Make sure you bring your ass up on this panel, man. Oh yeah, man. Shout out to fucking Big Passport, man.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your tax? Who wants to come back with us to America?
But let's get into this surgery thing, man. You know what's crazy? I saw this on an ad. I saw this on an ad either on IG or something, and I was just like, damn, man, this is wild, right? And of course I saw it, so I started looking into it. Shut these fucking cookies. I don't want to, but whatever. Look at the date on this, people. This happened a month ago. Monogram makes history with fully remote simulated robotic surgery. Now, this didn't happen on the person, of course, because you don't have the rights to do it yet, but it's just coming and it's letting you know what's to come. Monogram completes surgery from over 1,700 miles away. Monogram Orthopedics, Inc. is pleased to announce the successful completion of the first fully remote simulated robotic surgery in orthopedic history. On Tuesday, March 7th, 2023 at 2 p.m. Eastern, Douglas Eunice of the Econ School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York City successfully completed the world's first fully remote total knee arthroplasty procedure on a cadaver, controlling the Austin-based robot from New York City in real time via the system's user-operated foot pedal. The event was live telecast. So damn, hold on. No, so this was on an actual body. This wasn't on a machine. This was on a cadaver. For you guys don't know what a cadaver is, it's a dead body, okay? It's somebody that, unfortunately, they had to go see Uncle Charles, and they checked that motherfucking box saying, you know, you want to donate your organs. When you donate your organs, you become motherfucking practice for robotic surgeons.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
And now, everybody, Roscoe said a lot of the AI hype is manufactured. Brother, it's not. It's definitely not, brother. Bruh, Tesla bots are supposed to be in production by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. This shit is not a game. Again, I know, hey, we still just some crazy tinfoil hats to some degree to a lot of people. Bruh, do you understand that? So let me not get sidetracked. I'll address the individual things. Just let me make this point, and then we'll see some of the stuff they're talking about here in the video, because they made a video about it, right? So the whole point of this is that we already know. I think they had reports of already the fully automated McDonald's, to where no people there, no nothing. Drive up to the window, make your order, whatever. Robot arm sticks your fucking bag out the door. Have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? All right. We're starting to see these very, very low level, non-skilled jobs, right? The grocery store, the store cashier is pretty much obsolete. Okay. You have an attendant there that's able to fucking come in if you're trying to buy some alcohol, and so on and so forth, flash me your ID, and hey, verify that you're of age to get it, and then you go on about your way. Okay. Something's wrong with the machine or whatever. Hey, they come over there, they motherfucking tag the machine out, so motherfuckers can't keep going to the machine and just tell you to go to the next machine. All right. That's 1 for every 10. Okay. You just replaced 10 working bodies with 1 individual, right? To just run 10 fucking machines, right? And even then, at that point, they're not capable of repairing the machines if something's actually wrong with it, or actually figuring out what the issue and problem is. They're just there to regulate the people that are there in line to shop and, you know, give patronage to whatever the business may be. Well, what happens is this, right? You start out with the, you know, non-skilled jobs. And then, of course, you escalate it up and escalate it up and escalate it up as you can, and technology fucking allows, to get to even the most complex jobs of all. Now, again, I'm gonna say this. Now, of course, even though, well, hold up, there's a yes, hear me out. Yes, there's one surgeon that was able to complete a surgery from 1,700 miles away. What does that say? Well, if one surgeon can complete that surgery from 1,700 miles away, he can do the same surgery from 10,000 miles away. He can do it from 100,000 miles away. He can do it on the next continent. as long as you have, viable internet connection or whatever it may be, now you cut down the need for one of the top and most skilled, most delicate fucking occupations and you know what I'm saying, in the world. And we always talk about how we don't got enough doctors and surgeons or this, that, and the other, and you gotta fly in a surgeon from the top brain surgeon from fucking let's say he's in Europe, but we have this case of this child that has this once in a billion lifetime brain condition, and we need to save him or her so we can study it at the same time and be able to get the whatever the disease is he has, to get a bioptic sample of it so we can study it, so we can try and make a cure for it, which is not really a cure, but a treatment, because they don't want to cure anything. They only want to treat you, because cures make pharmaceuticals lose money. So that's why you'll never hear anything about a cure. You just hear about the treatment. But that's another thing for another day. We never get that deep. So now we went from McDonald's, Walmart, AI being able to affect that, to surgeons. One of the most delicate, one of the most like tedious, one of the most intricate, one of the most serious, one of the most important, one of the most valuable, saving lives, right? Well, in this case, it wasn't saving a life, but it's a knee surgery. But you get what I'm saying? If you're able to do it on the knee, man, of course, you know what I'm saying, they're going to work on different parts, and eventually it's going to get into your pulmonary system, your cardiac system, and your brain, right? Your brain and all this and stuff, right? So the further you go, the harder it gets reaction on real time and speed of light. There's a distance limit. Earth allows you 12,000 miles. Latency makes it impossible to pass that. So what are you saying? You're saying as far as being able to perform the surgeries? You're saying in order to perform the surgeries? Yeah, well, that's already here. The AI content creators thing happened. The AI well, you don't need to react fast. You're not trying to react fast in surgery. You don't need to react fast in surgery. Surgery is a slow process anyway. You're not rushing through no motherfucking surgery. Bruh, what are you talking about? But yeah, the passport bro shit happened with what I think it was it Drake and bro, they had to do a cease and desist on the fake Drake, and I think it was The Weeknd, a Drake and The Weeknd song, completely and totally motherfucking made by AI, and the shit started going viral. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, you slow as shit in the surgery. So what are you saying? I mean, you may need to, if you may, and what I'm telling you is this, right? So 6G is on the way, right? Supercomputing is on the way. So when you're thinking in, oh, well, we don't have the time or we don't have the technology and whatever now, that's now. You got to look 5 to 10 years later from now. Bruh, in order for Neuralink to work, we keep telling you, and now we got to go back to the 5G shit, right? So everybody was thinking it was crazy. And we talked about the 5G. You really can't talk about the 5G stuff. It wasn't that much, and a lot of people left it alone because, oh man, the 5G is giving people, giving them cancer, shit, right? Lo and behold, even though you literally seen the thing where they put these fucking, and what made it so crazy to me, right, was they'll make the 5G towers look like big ass trees. It was weird. So that's the first thing that caught my eye. Because any other antenna, right, is just an antenna. You didn't try to blend it in and make it look like it was something different. But they made it like a tree. And we knew one of the biggest things that was happening, the indications of the dangers of it, was that you had these birds that were literally, and people were showing videos of it, these motherfucking birds flying through these motherfucking 5G shits and just getting cooked. Like done. Like get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Make you a 2-piece. Have you all you can eat wings. 5G was fucking these birds up, right? And you think, well, why the hell would you purposely make the trees, right, look like trees if you know that's going to possibly attract birds and kill the birds? Well, again, man, you have to find ways to test and tweak without people actually know what the fuck is going on, because you got to be able to go, okay, well, shit, this shit's too strong, so now we're going to adjust the I guess the wavelength or the frequency or whatever it may be to see, and then we're going to track as we adjust the frequencies and the wavelengths and whatever, or the pulse or the strength of the signals, and see the reaction of the birds and so on and so forth, and you know, bounce with it and play with it. This is just me thinking. This is me thinking to see. So because if you make it too strong and it's killing the birds just like that, well, over time now that's too fast, and well, it's going to start affecting the people too quick. And if it does actually cause cancer, now the cancer fucking results are going to show up a whole lot sooner, right? So what you got to do is use nature to your advantage. You know, it's a couple of birds. Who really cares? Nobody really think anything of it, and nobody's gonna ever believe it anyway, because that's some conspiracy theory bullshit, right? That's conspiracy theory bullshit about, you know, the 5G being dangerous. So what we're gonna do is adjust accordingly. Well, that's we're in 5G now. Now we get to 6G or, you know, 10G or 10X or Z or whatever the fuck it may be in the end, bro. We're talking about. And this is why I think people get lost. And let me go ahead and drop this, because Hulk and business class, man, y'all got time. Please come up. You know what I'm saying? Both you brothers. I'll hear from y'all in a minute, man. Appreciate it. Anybody can come up, man. But, you know, business class especially, yo loud ass. I'm surprised to hear what you got to say. But no, this is what I'm saying, right? So if we get to the point where you're able to feed information to your brain, and you're literally a walking supercomputer yourself with the Neuralink, right? Well, how do you think this is going to affect everything else? Yo, what up, bro?
Hey, fantastic. How you been? How you feeling?
Hey, man, it's another day, man. Glad to be here. What's going on with you?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know if you pay any attention to, because I'm getting an electric car. I ordered a
Yeah, I know. I
Cadillac
heard you
Lyriq.
talking about it for the last 4 months. The Cadillac,
These
man.
mother,
So I was talking about
listen.
you.
I ordered this goddamn thing back in May of last year, but the thing about it is they only built the rear wheel drive ones. I ordered mine fully loaded, all wheel drive.
Okay.
So what it is they didn't start building them yet, and I'm not going to get it till the summer because of parts, supplies, blah blah blah, Russia war. You know, we're not getting all the parts we need, blah blah blah. So as soon as they build it, that's when I could actually take delivery. So they
Okay.
said I should have it by the summer. But here's the thing, like people like keep talking this stuff about like first of all, as I pointed out, number one, you have no right to drive. If they want to stop you from driving, they have more than enough ways to do that, right? Number two, as far as controlling the car, that's not really an issue. I mean, like people is like, oh yeah, well they're gonna just raise electricity prices. Here's the thing: they can't raise it past a certain point because regular people use electricity for just about everything in their house. So if they went up too high, people stop paying their electric bills, kind of like they're doing now, but only because the economy is so bad that they can't afford to pay their bills. So I have an option. I got multiple houses I can charge the car at. I could go to the supercharger, but nah, I'm just gonna charge it here. And my thing is, during like what was it, Hurricane Sandy, I had experienced, that was 2012. I had experienced what it was like to have a car, but you couldn't even get the gas because when they had if you remember, we had a superstorm. It took out the electricity for the pumps in New Jersey, and we weren't getting gas up here. So if I had had an electric car then, if I had had a Tesla back then in 2012, I wouldn't have had any issues at all. Meanwhile, we had to line up around. I got video on my channel about it because I take video just about everything. We had to line up for blocks to get fucking gas. And these Africans and shit, these motherfuckers coming up there with bleach bottles and Clorox bleach things. They're trying to get gas. And they're like, yo, you can't put gas in that because if you get static electricity, a regular gas tank, you know, can
Yeah.
not
It's a
blow
fucking
up.
bomb. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a bomb. You have to have.
Yeah, these motherfuckers will. I swear to God. No, listen. I have video of it as proof. These motherfuckers were trying to put gas in milk jugs and shit.
No, I believe you,
Milk,
man. I remember they
milk
had to tell.
jugs, milk cartons. Listen, I sat at a gas station in the morning. I was like one of the first people there. I sat there for 7 fucking hours trying to get gas. And when the gas came, I was able to get gas. But then you had to, that was when Bloomberg was in office. Then I had to worry about, oh yeah, well, what happens next time I need gas? I had to go out to Long Island. I had to wait for hours. Had I had an electric car, I could have charged that shit in my backyard. So
Bruh,
the
how the
thing
hell?
about
So
it is,
hold
I'm
on,
gonna
hold on,
keep
hold on.
both.
Listen to what
I'm
you're
gonna have
saying.
both.
How the hell you gonna charge the shit in your backyard and the power was
Because
out,
you
bro?
know why? No. The power was out for the pumps in New Jersey. So they couldn't pump gas into the ships to tank it up to New York. You got to understand that the oil tankers that come this way, they dock in New Jersey. They put their gas where they put their gas there, and then they put it in the trucks and they ship it up here, or they put it in boats and they ship it up here. They couldn't pump anything because the pumps were dead. Because if you remember, New Jersey flooded. So did Lower Manhattan. So what I'm saying is, I never had a power outage. And by the way, if I needed electricity, I could just drive to my other house and get it there. Now, what you were saying about if we ever had an EMP attack, yeah, we're all fucked. It doesn't matter if your car's gas, electricity. The most you could ride is a bike, because all of your electronic shit is dead, all of it.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah. I was being hyperbolic, bro. Come on, tell us
no,
up,
no,
please.
no, no. But that's actually a fair thought though. If we had a war and there was an EMP attack, you wouldn't be on here fucking blogging
Yeah,
because your computer wouldn't
everything.
work.
That's what I said. Like a
Everything.
reply. The only thing, but the only thing that's gonna stop a gas car is that's gonna stop everything. But even then, unless you had something that's completely, totally, non-electrical. You know what I'm saying? But even still, in that case, with an EMP, you got an alternator and a battery. So I think it could possibly even affect that. But I think it'd be more so an EMP would more so affect something that had any type of electrical signaling
No,
versus
EMP affects every fucking thing that has circuits, because what happens is EMP causes like an electron spike and
yeah,
it
you're right.
breaks
So it
down the
fries
circuits
all your
itself.
resistors and your
Yeah,
capacitors and everything. So yeah, you're right. You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
So
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if your shit is off, it's not protected.
But that's what I'm saying though. But still, you have that fail safe versus with you in your situation, Cadillac, OnStar, all this shit, whatever, everything electric. Literally, bro. Like I said, OnStar let's say for in your benefit, right? So let's say in your benefit, everything's good to go, whatever. You go out, and someone stole your car. You can call fucking OnStar, bro. They shut your fucking car off
No,
instantly.
nobody. Well, I'll tell you like this: nobody would actually be able to steal my car, because the issue is no. And by the way, Tesla, if you've noticed, nobody's stealing no fucking Tesla. They'll go after a Dodge Charger or some shit like that, a Dodge Charger Challenger. They don't steal
Well,
Teslas
Kias,
because
they've been killing them Kias, bro. Lately, bro.
Kias are regular gas cars, and they're stealing Kias because that was a challenge to steal
Yeah, the
Kias on fucking
easiest fuck to
TikTok.
steal them.
But and then it was too easy to steal them. Here's the thing: you got to remember, Tesla's broadcast their location constantly. If you steal a Tesla, you're basically showing the cops exactly where you took it, so they can get you easily, But no, let me tell you something. In the short term, like, they already know exactly. Like the SRT Jeep I got, that fucking shit has a 4G Uconnect navigation system in it. They know exactly where
Oh
that
yeah.
car is.
Hey, I don't know if you follow sports at all?
Not really.
Okay, well, cool. Well, Patrick Beverly, he's a basketball player, right?
Okay.
And Patrick Beverly told his story about how he had just got a Charger. It was either a Hellcat or a Scat Pack, some shit like that or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, he had his people in town, and he went outside, and the car was gone.
Uh-huh.
So he asked, like, well, damn, did one of y'all move the car? And like, hell no, we didn't move the car. And then, like you said, because it comes with whatever Dodge's, thing is tracking or whatever, he fucking pulls up the app and knows exactly what a fucking car is.
Uh-huh.
They go to get the car, and I guess they either saw him or heard him or whatever, and they moved the car a little bit further away because I guess they figured out that the car was tracked. And like you said, they didn't want to link it all the way back to whatever the chop shop was. They pull up and they look in the car, and the car right there, man. They get the car, take the car back, and go up. So yeah, so I understand, like, from that aspect of it too. You at this point, all the brand new cars are recoverable from that or trackable, right?
Yeah.
But still, what I'm talking about is that's what I'm saying.
Now let on your Tinfoil Tuesday, let me say this. Now, this is something you probably didn't mention. You may not have known about it. What had happened was you know how they're trying to get these people to get these Nest thermostats, these fucking
Yeah.
digital LED. What the governments in some of these places was doing was if they didn't like the settings on your thing, like if they wanted you to conserve
Yeah,
energy,
California, they did it. Yeah.
they were turning your shit down or they were turning it up when they
Yeah.
felt like doing it. And you would be in the dead of night and wake up fucking freezing and not understand who had turned the heat down. Now that I totally I understand that if everything is electric, then yes, they can monitor your usage and they can reduce your usage, right? However, we do have a hedge against that. Like if you wanted to put solar panels and a power wall on your house and you want to have batteries and shit on your house, you don't even have to pay the electrical company. I got like
Well,
several guys in my neighborhood and they've got their house, their roof
well,
is
they're
loaded.
getting rid of that too. They slowly
What?
phasing that out.
They're
But that's a
trying to
finesse.
force that shit on us.
Eh,
Obama put that shit in Solyndra.
well, listen, that's a finesse too. They've cut down the kickbacks to where now actually people were at one point in time. If you were in over 10 years ago and so yeah, you're getting checks back and you get kickbacks from the power company, whatever your local power company was, because you're actually generating enough. You know what I'm saying? After you accumulate like 5 to 10 years or whatever, you're making enough electricity for you to give back to the grid, allegedly, right? Or not allegedly, but
No,
from
you are.
that thing.
You
Yeah.
really are.
So, but now they even here in Florida, especially, they cut it greatly, bro. And I think they're talking about it. Actually, the crazy part about it is from the state level, they tried to make it to where they take away those benefits of you having the solar panels, and you know what I'm saying, you being able to get the kickback and pretty much get free electricity for you making yourself. But now it brings us to another thing, and I want to hear your opinion on this. So, because you've been with Tesla since the beginning, right? You track
In their
Tesla
stock
and
since
yeah.
2012, yes.
So what's your opinion on how Tesla somehow has been allowed and how people don't understand how much of an impact that Tesla has from a national and soon to be global situation as to where Elon Musk has been allowed to create his own electrical grid?
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. I don't know how much you follow like the Tesla supercharger network and everything, but that supercharger network, I wouldn't say it's not his own personal power grid. You see, those superchargers work off of the local electricity. Now, they had promised that they were going to have solar powered supercharger networks, but that never actually really happened because the amount of panels that you would need to charge like even 2 or 3 cars at the same time is you'd have to have enough panels to like cover like damn near a small town, because panels are slow, and then if the sun's not out, you're not getting any electricity. So those superchargers were always connected to the grid, and they always were going to be. In fact, Tesla got sued in a couple of places because some of their chargers were old, and the people who bought Teslas, they were expecting to have the new chargers, and in some cases the chargers, like when they were set up, they weren't even set up properly. Like I could send you links to that. I think it was Denmark or something where they set these things up and they put them on the top of trucks, and Tesla had to sue them because they didn't like the way they set them up. But that's not a big issue about the supercharger network. What you should be concerned with is SpaceX's Starlink network.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but
So
that's not an electrical grid. That's satellites.
well, no, I understand, but no, that's Starlink is the key for the Neuralink to work. And I don't think that's
Neuralink is a more local system. Starlink is basically expanding the internet. So if Neuralink is a big thing,
Starlink is a fucking network, and what you call the shit that
a
you
network.
got?
It's a constellation of satellites. That's what it is.
The same shit that what's the word I'm looking for? The same shit that that Meta and Amazon have. The what do you call it? The data fucking processing thing, right?
Data processing thing.
The fucking network, bro. I can't think of the fucking term right now. We're pretty much like that's how Amazon makes his most money. Amazon don't make more money. Doesn't make the main of his money from selling the products. It makes his money from data storage and data fucking.
Well, you know what that comes down to? It's very simple. The government itself, by law, cannot aggregate data. Now, social media can, and we're so fucking stupid that we send them as much shit as we can. So we're sending them feet pics and manosphere talking points and all this shit. The government by law cannot aggregate data. It's the social media networks that can. Now the problem is the government.
I was trying to talk for the cloud. So speaking of like cloud, pretty much.
Oh, the cloud computer.
Yeah,
Okay.
cloud.
All
That's
right.
what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. So, bro, fucking Starlink is one of the only for now non-government fucking in cahoots or controlled fucking clouds.
You
The
heard
whole
what
thing.
Elon Musk. You heard what he was doing during the Ukraine war with that Starlink shit.
Well, he was giving it to him for free, and then he cut it off when he started
And
seeing
then what
what the
happened
fuck
when
they
he
was
cut it
doing.
off? What happened when he cut it off? They
Well, no, what
forced
happened? I don't
him
know.
to turn that shit. They forced him to turn that shit right back on.
Well, I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because Elon Musk was, as far as they were concerned, he was basically helping the Russians by cutting off Starlink for certain areas of the Ukraine. Because now those people see. Here's the problem: these fucking Ukrainians were so goddamn stupid. They're literally broadcasting their position because these idiots are going on social media and taking photos of the people they just killed. So like they were making videotapes of Russians that they were executing, and then they were mailing that shit out and they were sending it out. Hey, guess what? When you do that, you're broadcasting your position. You know that. You're in the Navy. You know that.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, they tell you, listen, do not use fucking phones in certain places. Because like they have bans on that shit. And if you get caught, you get like court-martialed or some shit.
Oh no,
But
yeah, bro. Listen,
but
bro. Yeah, listen. Again, bro. The technology at this point, bro. Literally, like you said, submarine technology. I don't even think people understood just how advanced submarines are, bro. Submarines can literally pick up a fucking a ping from a cell phone, bro. From I don't know how many fucking miles away. I don't give a fuck how far you are. And then these satellites and these other things from these other technologies, bro. Like I said, if you get caught with fucking a phone, bro, you can't even have your phone on. All right, I'm
nope.
talking about like you have to have that shit in airplane mode or off. And then they had these conditions where they tell us too, where you got to have it off completely, totally off, if and when you were so there was a foreign or enemy submarine or any type of enemy satellite within such a distance, because even just having your phone on where it's not in the skin of a ship, they can pick it up.
Yeah.
And know your exact fucking your exact location, like you said.
Yeah. And that's what was happening during the early days of that Ukraine war. These guys were going on social media and talking back and forth to their girlfriends and shit, and the Russians are fucking firing rockets at them because they know exactly where you are. You know, it's a brave new world, but there's, you know what the biggest problem is? A lot of these people have no discipline when it comes to technology. I'm not really worried. Like people are like, oh yeah, well the government's gonna. Yo, if the government tells me that I can't drive, I can't fucking drive. If they tell you to stay off the roads, you can't be on the road. What are you gonna do? You gonna try? You gonna try to go up against the cop that they got posted on the road? It's like nah. It's like they already have that level of control. There is no right to drive. You know,
Well,
it's
actually,
like
there is, sir.
no, you're going to try to point to interstate commerce. No, you have a right to, you have freedom of
Travel.
movement. You have freedom of travel, freedom of
Yeah.
movement. But no, there is no right to drive at all. And if you look in the Constitution, there ain't no right to drive. It doesn't say, yeah, Amendment 16, you have a right to drive. It don't say that shit.
Yeah, but driving is a part of travel, so
No. Driving requires you to have it's a privilege. You have to have a license. And if they tell you do not drive on certain areas or certain roads under certain conditions, you have no way around it. You can't do it.
all right, brother. All right, okay. You say what you want, but
No, but well, listen. If anybody wants to prove me wrong, all you gotta do is show me the Constitution where it says, "Yeah, you got a right to drive wherever you
well,
want."
that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's been argued, and it's been what people
It's
that have
being
actually
argued that that's part of interstate
hear
commerce.
me out. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So
I'll
it's
hear you.
been
I got you.
people that have, the people that what are they? I don't know what they call themselves, but sovereign citizens or whatever, right? People that don't.
You mean like the guys who keep getting shot?
Not what? No, but no, there actually are some people again, man, that have it worked out and have the stuff together legally, and they have it to the point of where they can drive without a driver's license and all these different things, bro. You can use whatever, and they can't do it. It's people. It's a couple of people on here that explain the whole process and successfully show instances and proof of it being done. So it can be done. It's just a process of being able to have it being done, and most people are not going to do so. I agree with you because it's not going to ever be, I don't think, enough people to actually,
Well, just keep in mind, driving is part of states' rights. That's part of like the 9th and the 10th Amendment, right? So I got into this conversation yesterday. There was a young kid was like, yeah, I'm going to get a car. And I was like, you can't drive yet. You're not 18. He was like, yes, you can. I made him read the law. And it literally said upstate New York, if you're 16, you can drive during certain hours of the day. But New York City specifically prohibits you from driving until you're 18. It's all about states' rights. If they say, okay, here in this part of the state you can do this, and over here you can't, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So that's a part of states' rights. Fair
Oh,
enough.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. That's part of state rights. So if they tell me, like, it's just like when we have an emergency situation. If we have an emergency situation like snow and ice and shit, and they're like, listen, we're closing down I-95, you ain't getting on it. And that's it. And it's not you. What are you going to get on it? No, they're going to lock you up.
Well, y'all shit is New York, man. So that's totally different, bro.
I'm not just talking about New York. I mean, even interstate, it's still part of state rights. Driver's license are issued by the states. So if Alaska says, yeah, you can drive at 14, we don't have a problem with it. That's it. And that is it. It's a state right. Even it's just like guns. Guns too. Look at Washington. Washington just banned AR-15s. I'm surprised they did it. I shouldn't be, but that's a part of state rights.
Yeah, and they weak as fuck for letting that shit happen.
And even here, and let me just say this: here they made it so, because when I bought my first AR-15, I walked out 30 minutes later with a brand new AR-15. Now they made it so you gotta write a letter to the police precinct, and you gotta have your pistol license, and you gotta say why you need one and all this shit. I'm like,
but you know what's crazy? They just changed that law though to say that you couldn't do all this shit. So how did they? And then they even stopped the new law that they tried to make after they lost their case.
Well, here's the thing: when it comes to AR-15s, this is why they're pushing to make those things like assault weapons and weapons of war. What happened was after Clarence Thomas and the Supreme Court, after they tried to give New Yorkers back their rights to guns, New York went from what was called a may issue state to a shall issue state. So me going in there now is like, yeah, you have to give it to me. But before it was like, yeah, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
You know? But when it came to long guns, they had no control over that. Basically, I walked into the gun store with a driver's license, and that was it. And 30 minutes later, I'm walking out. But they do like a 5-minute background check. But with pistols, it takes a whole year to get your license. Anyway, once you get your license, you can do, you can buy what you want. But they're trying to go after all this shit. And Washington itself, you saw it, just banned AR-15.
Yeah,
so I know we're next. But even if they ban it, I'm grandfathered in. So
Well, are you?
Oh well, listen, we're grandfathered in. They can't force us to turn them in. They can only ban the sale of them. See, the thing about it, what they did with Australia is Australia has no, the Second Amendment. So they were able to literally knock on your door and say, yeah, you got to give this shit up. Yeah, but you can't do that shit here. And by the way, one thing I can count on when it comes to these white people is they ain't gonna let the government go that far. If the cops show up at their doors, I'm gonna be sitting back home watching my big television on the couch with popcorn. Them cops gonna get lit up. Because Whitey ain't gonna let you do that shit.
Well, yeah, we're not promoting that. We're just saying.
No, I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying when it happens, I gotta
say that for a purpose.
Listen, I'm just saying I got a nice couch. I got an 80-inch Vizio television, and I'm gonna be sitting right back there watching them cops like get lit up door to door. And I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying don't try Whitey because Whitey ain't playing that shit.
Hey, I got what's going on, man? Like I got one thing to add. So the government can do whatever it wants, within reason, right? But they have to be challenged legally. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the Supreme Court recently, within the last 2 years, struck down their concealed carry thing, because it was a may issue state like New York, and now it's more like the same thing that happened in Chicago. So, you know what I'm saying? Like where they basically circumventing your rights. And that's one of the few entities that's actually like, you know what I'm saying? Like items that's actually enshrined in the Constitution. And you know what I'm saying? You can add to in the states, which you can't take away on the federal. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't limit the speech, which we know they've done that. And you're not supposed to do a bunch of stuff. But what needs to happen is people get with some of these organizations and kind of band together and group and get real litigious. I mean, case in point, that pistol grip ban. it's another way to kind of circumvent, while the government also buying up ammo at the same time and then making it hard for you to to purchase munitions or to say, oh, hollow point bullets. They got to attack it different ways, not just one way. One way to attack it is to limit the supply, and one way to limit supply is to increase the price.
Well, hold on. Well, hold on. And we you know that again, man. Listen, just like the coin, the when they did the test run for absorbing the money and absorbing pulling cash out of the economy, right, out of society. They did the same thing, like you said, with the fucking ammo, bruh. At the beginning of the fucking when the pandemic shit hit, bruh, ammo was so hard to get, bruh. It was ridiculous, and the prices of ammo went up, bro. The way that people were price gouging for ammo, bruh. I went to get 5.7 ammo at the beginning of the right before the pandemic hit, the lockdown hit, so on and so forth, right? And it was like $50 a box. By I'll say a month into the same thing, I went back out to get that same box of ammo, bro. It had literally increased 100% to $100 a fucking box, bro, for ammo.
Yo, that's crazy.
Wait, a
Like
box is how
I,
many rounds for you? How many rounds?
50 round box.
So 50 rounds for $100? They were charging
Yeah.
$2 a round?
Yeah, for 5.7 ammo. Yeah,
well, the highest I saw it here was like $1 a round.
Bro,
hey, see, y'all messing up, man. Y'all only buy from the storefronts. I got cats that you know what I'm saying, that reload too. So like I know people that reload around me. I thought about buying a kit myself. I don't shoot enough for that though. You know what I'm saying?
Because what you really want is some hot ammo in your brand new AR-15 exploding in your fucking face, blowing your barrel. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, no, they got the kits now, man. It's systematized and actually like it's just as good as like whatever store bought. Because I mean, there's been some store bought ammo on the cheaper side that hey, you don't even know what you're getting if you don't really pay attention to like the manufacturer. You could be getting some shit from China.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm
at least
saying?
I know who to sue.
But like you said, if you get faulty ammo, man, and ammo especially causes you injury or destruction to your thing, bro, that's a lawsuit. You got
I
that's
know
money
who to
on your
sue.
hand. But yeah,
I've got 50 caliber fucking guns, man. It's like
if you get reload, hey, bro, you're not suing no motherfucking personal body, whatever. But I feel you. And again, the chances, even that when people do their own reload, right? They do their own or make their own ammo or whatever. It's still a low percentage of misfires or what I'm saying, malfunctions and things like that. It's still low, but it is much higher than it would be buying from a fucking Fiocchi
an expert.
Yeah, like a brand,
a
like
multi-billion-dollar expert.
Yeah.
The only loads that I would kind of trust self-done is shotgun loads. Those I could deal with because a shotgun is reinforced enough where you can put just about anything in there. So I ain't worried about that. But not the weapons that we have. These things are so how should I say? They're so fragile until it's like I wouldn't put none of that shit in my fucking guns. I got a Ruger 5.7 and a PSA 5.7.
The Palmetto. Hey, I'm about to, hey, bro. Yo, how does that Palmetto State Armory hit Hitler? Where's Hermes? That shit is nice. The PSA one, and then I think PSA got another gun where it has like the triangle barrel truck, like the fucking it's like it has the triangle setup barrel, like a Desert Eagle, but it's not a Desert Eagle, but it's the same process. So the recoil on that shit is man, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. But let me play this real quick, man, because I wanted to show you guys this surgery that actually happened. And this is going to show you guys right here. This is like a month ago. All right. This is like a couple months ago. This is what, May 2nd, March 7th is when this happened. Fair use, by the way, fair use. So motherfuckers.
So yeah, so what we're doing today is, we're going to do remote surgery. So I'm going to be controlling the robot with this foot pedal here. And Ani down in Austin has done the surgical exposure, and I'm going to be talking to him about the kind of the surgery part of it. So he's my eyes, ears, and hands in Austin, but I'm going to be controlling the robot remotely. And this is the same foot pedal that we will use in the operating room. So I've got it set to live on the robot. So I'm going to start moving it. That's me. That's in real time. I mean, it's like, from what I can see, it's basically like I'm standing in front of the robot. Okay, ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to move the robot again and again. I mean, to me, it's like I'm attached and hardwired to the robot. And now I'm going to go to what's called home. Let's see how that goes. So I'm going to click home, and this will bring the robot to what we call the home kind of safe position. Beautiful.
Yeah, so everybody can see it's basically nearly almost instantaneous response time, and we're again 2,000 miles away. Doug is fully in control of the robotic system.
Yeah. Okay, you want to introduce everybody down in Austin?
Yeah, let's meet the team.
Like you said, we are all in Austin. We are in our cadaver lab at Monogram. Here we have our staff clinical engineer, Ani, who would be like the Doug you mentioned. It would be your hand.
Now, mind you, this is a dead body, but it's a real body. Okay.
This is a cadaver.
Yes, a cadaver. This is a dead body. This is actual, tissue and ligaments and bone and all this stuff. So this is real.
And eyes here and help you together perform the surgery. We have the tracking set up over there, and the tracker tracks all these different components and the leg and femur and tibia of the patient. And then we also have the station through which Doc can plan a procedure, and with the help of Ani, together can perform the surgery.
Yeah, are we good on the planning
Okay,
screen?
yeah, there we are. So we're on the planning screen.
Okay, so from here, I can make all the tweaks and do like an initial plan, and that's kind of how I would normally do a robotic surgery. Is just kind of based on the way I do a knee. I do something called kinematic or anatomic alignment, where I'm really trying to restore their anatomy to pre-arthritis.
So this is really where you start to see the value of robotics, right? You can virtually place an implant with just an incredible amount of precision.
And I can go and I can surface match with this, which for certain techniques is really critical. So like, watch this, and I can go to a CT view. Now I can actually surface match, so that let's look at this is a side view of the tibia. So I can actually say this blue is a representation of the tibial implant, and so I can line that up so that it's basically matching the surface anatomy. So here's the insert that I'll put on there. Let's see if I can. There we go. So I can actually line this up so that it roughly matches.
With surgical robotics to make the workflow more efficient. So it looks like we got a nice initial alignment, and now we're going to start capturing our points.
Okay, Ani, we're ready to go.
Could we clear the last point, Doug?
Do what now?
Clear the last 2 points.
Clear the last 2 points?
Yes. Ken? Yes.
Okay, you're clear.
Okay, I'm going to be ready for registration on my call.
So you can see there's a cut path labeled 1. So that's going to be the first path that the robot goes on. We call them robot rails, and the robot moves back and forth along these.
So I'm going to pause for a quick second.
Guys, how does it look?
This looks good, almost like as it was planned.
Okay. Almost like it was planned. Yeah. It was planned. We spent a bit of time on that.
Okay, Ani, Ani's clearing a little bone chip out of there that we just cut, and I'm going to keep going. Okay. All right. Sure. So I'm depressing the foot pedal again, and looking good. Here we come.
Yeah. So
medial collateral ligament, posterum.
Get in even closer.
I would
get down on the.
If we're tracking Ani, because that's the last thing. Is that if
I think it's safe to say, guys. I think we need to clap right now. We just made history. Yes. Yes.
Tracking all along the femoral.
Yeah, bro, I can't fucking hear no goddamn bones, motherfucking sawing, bro. I can't do all that. So, yeah, but as you can see, man, literally to the point now where you're able to get full knee replacements and surgeries and whatnot, what have you, robotically. So again, man, another thing we keep talking about, and people are talking about it, but leaving, I guess, not really seeing it, and they're saying it's not going to be anytime in the near future. But that goes back to what we're talking about with Tesla. Now I forget who the other company was, but there's another company that's creating these self-driving semi-trucks, right? These self-driving fucking 18-wheelers. And we know the biggest form of way to get products and your supplies in America is trucking, right? So we start going back to now you start replacing the human drivers, get your CDL, get your CDL. You know what I'm saying? You need to get that shit up, nigga, get your CDL. Stop trying to be a rapper, get your CDL. Stop trying to be a hooper, get your CDL. Stop trying to chase them motherfucking football dreams, get your CDL. Well, how much longer is your CDL safe? Because again, and shout out to the truck drivers, man, life's blood of just, the society, right? Any and everything you get from your food, like Truck said, your gas and everything is dependent upon, the truck driver. But now you think about it, right? Remember, because I remember back in the day, shit, truck drivers can motherfucking drive all day. No limitations, no regulations, whatever. As soon as you can get there, you can get there. But slowly but surely, what do? Well, We have to make sure that these truckers are being safe and not driving fatigued and, you know, running people over, running them off the road, killing people, or just, you know, running their trucks off the road and crashing in and, you know, not only tearing up the trucks and possibly killing themselves, but losing all this merchandise. So what we're going to do, we have to bring in regulation to say, hey, you can only drive X amount of hours per time. Yeah, shout out to Telescope, right? So again, man, listen, and I didn't say this, Trunk said this, okay? But I have to agree. If we're to the point of where, and we know Tesla already, and this is why I say Tesla, right? Tesla is in Elon Musk is an evil genius. Tesla all but has the self-driving car, bro, it's down. And I don't even understand, like you said, how it's able to do that now with the limited satellites and connection speed.
Well,
if they're not
part of it's
using
the cameras.
satellites, no.
Yeah, part of it's the
Here's
cameras and sensors.
This is where, well, hold on. This is where Tesla fucked up. What Tesla did was, Tesla being cheap, what they decided to do was take the what is it called? They started taking the ultrasonic senses out of the cars being cheap, right? So the reality is, the way it's supposed to work is those things are supposed to rely on the senses, and they're supposed to rely on the cameras, right? Now, I have a neighbor who just got himself a Model Y for his wife, and he also already had a Model S. The problem is their accidents have increased simply because when you take away those ultrasonic senses, if like you have too much brightness in front of the if you have too
camera,
much,
if you only
like, for
depend
instance,
on
glare can fuck the entire thing up, where now the car is like, it's unable to see, you know. So the thing about it is, yeah, it works when it works, but the thing about it is, when it doesn't work, you get an accident.
Well,
So
but that's what I'm
they
saying,
don't
right?
they don't need satellite. The only thing they need satellite for when you drive a Tesla is so that the car automatically knows what the zone speed limit is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You still in the input of it, and to be able to what, because it's got what, your navigation, right? So whatever you want to go, whatever you can put your navigation in, and then go to that point. And then of course, then like you said, you're dependent upon the sensors to navigate that safely and not crash into anything or run nobody over. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So even still, and that goes back to what I'm talking about. And my bad, True Hype. Go ahead. You were saying something, brother. Go ahead. I don't want to.
No, I was just like jumping ahead. I just said because of the sensors and the camera. I didn't know about the glare thing, but that's interesting because, like, you know, you basically blind the car, you know, just like a person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And ultrasound is kind of like radar, because you use it when you back up near a wall. The car warns you. It's like beep 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 beep, and you know when you're getting closer to a wall. Even if you were driving blindfold, you'd know. But the problem is, without those ultrasonic senses, just going by light, if you blind that camera, if there's too bright of a light source, because like sometimes I'm driving home and the sun's going down and it's on an angle where I can't fucking see, and I got to put down my blinders and everything. You know, you got to put on your glasses. So Tesla's accident rate from self-driving has gone up since they took those ultrasonic senses out, and that's something they're not going to talk about. But my neighbor explained it to me. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You know,
Well, like I said,
my Cadillac's going to have Super Cruise. It's going to be able to drive itself, but it's got both senses.
So that's what I'm saying. So still, they'll make the adjustments, and you know, hey, you know, pull out those little lawsuits or those class action suits or whatever, and use that for data to adjust and become better.
And let me just say this real quick. You know what? The cameras on those Teslas read the speed limit signs, right? These fucking kids, what they did, these bastards, they took a permanent magic marker and they colored in like one of the speed limit things. I think it said like, yeah, the limit's like 33 or some shit. These motherfuckers changed it to 88, and the fucking car, yeah, the fucking car said, yeah, fuck it, I'm speeding up.
Oh,
you know?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, another thing to watch out too when we do these opt-ins, because I know you said something about the opt-ins earlier, is when you click that box or whatever, you're agreeing to a whole bunch of stuff. So in Europe, they did an opt-in with like a TomTom or a GPS system, and it actually reported to the local authorities and sent people speeding tickets. There's a documentary please remove, or no, terms and services. And it's about all the fine print stuff and what you actually agree to, because most people don't read that. They just click it.
Yeah. We got Bro Truth in the building. What's going on with you, fam? Bro Truth, you muted.
Hey, what's good, brother?
You got it, man. What's going on with you?
Ain't nothing, man. Happy to catch another Tinfoil Tuesday out there, ho. It's been a minute.
Yeah, most definitely.
So we talking about AI.
Yeah. They completed the first successful surgery back in March.
Yeah, man. You know, I think we have to embrace it, bro. It's here, right? It's definitely going to be a industry disruptor. I think a lot of people are going to be caught blindsided by it, especially people in the legal profession. You know, that's not the only profession, but I think anyone doing law, studying laws, gonna be in for a rude awakening because I mean, what's the majority of a lawyer's job? You know, they doing handling documents and whatnot. Not to say, you know, someone going to court going to use AI to represent them, but shit, ain't no telling. You know what I mean? That could be a possibility in the very near future, bro. Especially how fast everything is progressing. Like I got my ear to the ground, bro. I literally like every day I get like newsletters from like 3 different AI groups, and I tell you, bro, like the shit's moving way faster.
Yeah, that's what, bro. That's
Than
what I keep trying to
anyone actually realizes, bro. Like
That's
it's
what I'm trying to tell people,
insane.
man. Just real
It's
quick,
literally insane.
Bro Truth.
It's not like the normal technology. I think we've been lulled into the idea that technology takes 5 to
Yeah,
10
time.
years to get, but no, we got to a point, especially with AI, bro. Every day, it's like something brand new, just like mind blowing. It's always dropping, bro. And then,
Well, Bro Truth, can you hear me?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is what I was saying, bro, and I'm glad you said it. And that's the point why I keep trying to put this in people's head, man, and have them understand, bro. The major part now is that everything before AI to the point was man-made, and the reason why it took so much time is we made it, we controlled it, and so on and so forth. A major part of AI is this self-learning aspect of it, right? So the technology is helping the technology move faster. So that's what I don't think people are actually taking into consideration and considering when you're looking at this. And like you said, oh man, it's not gonna be no big deal. Oh man, it's not, that shit never gonna happen. Oh man, it's not gonna be. And then like you said, man, you start getting, milestone after milestone after milestone after milestone after milestone, not only because, you know what I'm saying, of the technology itself, but now again, you literally have the whatever the technology is learning and improving itself along the way. That's a whole nother fucking, that's a whole nother universe, man, that people aren't looking at because, like you said, we're not used to that. You know what I'm saying? This whole self-learning aspect of it, to where the machine can learn what you do and then adjust accordingly. Yeah, man, that's wild. And I think that's the major thing as to why people just can't believe it and see just the strides that are actually being made in this fucking AI shit, man.
And it's not just with AI. People forget that there's a lot of advancements being made in quantum computing as well. What happens when you marry the two?
Yeah.
And on top of that, what happens when you have a government, somewhere like China that don't have any type of moral constraints? You know what I mean? That's the thing with. What's up?
I'm glad you reminded me of something. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing with us in America. You know what I mean? There's some semblance of when we need to pump the brakes on this thing because we don't know. My nigga, you in China, and they don't give a fuck. You see the video of the classrooms in China?
That's what I'm talking about. I'm about to show that right now.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, man. Like
I'm about to show that right now.
everything's being tracked. The fucking students' eye movements.
Here we
they
go.
got hellos they putting in
Shout
on
out to
their
Bro
head.
Truth, man.
So they can actually track the brain activity,
Yeah.
make sure that the child is paying attention. They got
You know,
trackers on their vest, bro. Like they literally are getting tracked. Everything they do, they eye movement, whether or not they actually looking at the teacher, whether or not their brain waves are at a certain wavelength to make sure that they focus, bro. It's insane. And
Hey,
this
hey,
is
I know.
yeah.
Bro,
Go ahead,
dude,
go ahead.
yeah,
That's
I'm
it
gonna
right
play this
there.
right here. I'm gonna play this right here. Shout out to Duval, man. Again, hey, listen, man. I know we like to typecast people or whatever, but Lil Duval, bro, he's definitely a part of the tinfoil hat gang. He be talking about a lot of this stuff, man. A lot of this stuff. Yeah, man. He been talking about a
You
lot
gotta
of this
go
stuff
ahead
that's going on, and people are really
represent,
not paying attention to
goddamn.
it. But this is exactly what he was talking about right here. We go listen to this, man. I hate when I do this shit. Hold on, I gotta go back. It won't let me do it unless I got for whatever reason. So hold on, I gotta go back. Hold on. There we go. You mean it has no sound, motherfucker? Definitely has sound. Hold on, let me figure this shit out. It was doing this earlier.
Hey, on another note too, like a lot of this technology has just not been privy to people. I mean, if you went into certain WalMarts or certain department stores, they did eye tracking, and they got brain study stuff, and there's been all kinds of technologies been used on us, and we just haven't been privy to it. And then the last thing I'll say on that little piece is, like the computer chips, right? Think of how computing technology is changed by the microprocessor, and every so often it doubles, and in like that time that it takes to double, like is cut in half or like a quarter or something like that. I can't remember the term, but there's like a scientific term for that. But that's only happening, you know what I'm saying? And it's happening faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, so I can get it now. Hold on. For whatever reason, if I try to do it on its own link, it won't allow me to do it.
What you're referring to is Moore's law, and Moore's law has already been broken. Hello?
Directly sent to the teacher's computer and to parents.
Good
job. Classrooms have robots that analyze students' health and engagement levels. Students wear uniforms with chips that track their locations. There are even surveillance cameras that monitor how often students check their phones or yawn during classes. But schools say it wasn't hard for them getting parental consent to enroll kids into what is one of the world's largest experiments in AI education. A program that's supposed to boost students' grades while also feeding powerful algorithms.
为了就是国家的这个研究呀、发展呀，我觉得是没有问题的。
Teachers at this primary school in China
蓝色是走神了，
know exactly when someone isn't paying attention.
白色就是你可能跟网络还没有连接好。
These headbands measure each student's level of concentration. The information is then directly sent to the teacher's computer and to parents.
Man, hey, if I had that shit in my school growing up, nigga, we would have overloaded the AI with bullshit. Like the AI would have got tired of nigga, man. Like,
Nah, that AI is being used to track.
Blew up, dog, like for real, man. Hey, man, get me off this nigga, man. Take the headband off, man. This nigga, it ain't no activity, goddamn.
No, that AI is being used to track potential suitors for the passport bros.
Here this nigga go. Come on, bro. Come on. Calm down.
You are, nigga. You representative. What the fuck you talking about?
That's exactly right. I'm
man, we can't again get sidetracked. Listen, man. Again,
Piper out there holding.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, no R. Kelly type shit, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, goddamn dirty foot.
You said,
Piper.
Yeah, bro. What the hell? But that's weird. Yeah,
going over that bit with Lil Debbie.
We're not doing that. Listen, man.
That bit with Lil Debbie. Goddamn. It's a pack of noodles, man.
Yeah, listen, bro.
Ching
the
chong,
whole thing, bro. At the end of the day, dog, the model for the world is China. Okay.
Yep.
The model for the world is China. All right.
Not America.
Shit, me. You said not America. No, right. I agree. Yeah, not America. Yeah.
Look at our government. Look who's controlling our president. Let's not get to mention that the Biden family had deals with what? CEFC, the Chinese natural gas company. Why do you think our energy policy is the way it is now? Why do you think they immediately when the Biden administration got in, he cut off government contracts for drilling in America. That's the Biden family literally
Well, yeah, we go.
selling land
Yeah,
and selling gas
we
rights
gonna hold on,
and
we
selling
gonna stay away from that one,
the
brother. Again,
strategic.
yeah,
Why would we stay away from it? It's
because
news.
because
What do you-
because me because
the,
of me, because me.
the Biden. Go
Yeah,
ahead, man.
I
Go
can't.
ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't say nothing about that. You know, so that's why.
Oh, okay. I forgot you still
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
You
I'm
got
still.
time on the
Yeah,
clock.
yeah,
You
yeah. I'm
got
still on
time
the
on
clock,
my
man.
bad, brother.
Yeah, you gotta wait. I promise you, December 1st, bro. We wide open. December 1st, we wide open. But up until then, that's why I don't. Y'all again.
Yeah, man. That's your boss, goddamn. I
Yeah,
understand that, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah,
man.
y'all
Your
that don't know,
senile
man.
ass daddy, goddamn.
Yeah. But no, man.
Your government daddy, nigga. Hey, go ahead, man.
Hey, it is what it is. Nigga. I'm gonna get a check for life. I done had what 20 years. I had 5 government daddies. It'll be all right. But
Yeah,
hey,
man. Hey, this
ain't
is
gotta worry about none of them motherfuckers
though.
after
Hey,
December
boy.
1st. But
It's the
nah, man.
worst.
So,
Hey, I just hope you
right?
gonna visit them in the nursing home. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
To
definitely
change
not.
his diaper, bro. But yeah, man, like it's some crazy shit going on, bro. Like for real.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
gotta hurry up and retire.
Yeah, trust me, I can't
I
wait, bro.
just, I put a disclaimer out there. Mr. Fantastic views and point of views does not, align with those of his guests.
Participants of the
Yeah, real talk. Put that one disclaimer on there.
Yeah, I ain't say none of that shit. But nah, man,
Yeah.
and like you said, that's a very, very critical part to see, like you said, them having and like you said, bro, I don't think people really think about because, bruh, China has billions of people.
1.4.
So imagine, and this is AI. A big part, like I said, people keep forgetting about the AI is learning. So it's learning things about human nature and learning things now about to where it's tapping into the brain patterns and the brain waves of fucking children, which arguably, like I said, if anybody had the most active brains of anybody, it would be children, right?
Yeah.
They're kids. They're always thinking about something. They're always imagination. They want to have fun. They want to do this, all these different things, and so on and so forth. But you're literally now getting the AI is learning to map out and be able to tell when a person is concentrating or not concentrating, eye contact, focus, all these different things. Imagine, bro, okay, if enable once this whatever the system, the software, whatever you want to call it, is to a point where not even at perfection, to where it's just actually usable on a daily basis, what impact that's going to have globally, because everybody's going to want that. Every business is going to want to be able to replace your ass, okay, with a fucking machine that knows exactly what to do, how to do it, how to adjust, how to fucking, slow down, how to go faster, you know what I'm saying, how to do this versus that, make decision making, all these different things, right? And that's why I said, man, and shout out to Roscoe. I know Roscoe don't believe this. Elon Musk is an evil genius, bro. Again, the dude's, I can't say he's not a genius. He's evil as fuck, though. That's why I don't trust him. Because the combinations of Tesla, these fucking electric cars, which they're gonna have control over, and people are already talking about this truck. You talked about the grid thing, and you talked about the like the thermostat
Starlink.
home.
Oh,
right?
Nest.
Yeah, the Nest and shit, but they were actually having issues and problems where people were talking about their cars were getting cut off, man. Their Teslas were getting shut the fuck off. Like just randomly. They couldn't start them, they weren't allowed, so on and so forth. And it was this crazy ass shit to where the motherfuckers Tesla would not start up. They would not let them start them. And you're gonna start saying, shout out to True Hype, as to where now, bro, with you buying these cars, especially, bro, if you don't make the payments, well, hey, we'll just shut your shit off and we'll just come collect it. Or shit.
And are restricting your movement to certain areas, like you know what I mean? Warning. That's what this whole green agenda is about.
Hold on. Well, fuck restricting your movements.
Fantastic. If you don't pay the fucking bill on your car, it will
drive
drive itself back to us. There you go.
That shit will drive itself back to the dealership.
So pay your bill. That's all you gotta do.
Drive your shit back. Yo, come out in the morning, man. Where my car at? What you mean? Ain't what my car? What you mean your car? Ain't your car?
Pay the bill. What did savings minus debt said? Until the balance is zero, you don't own it.
Your shit is at the motherfucking dealership. Niggas back and ready to be sold. If you don't have so many days to pay it off.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about no nigga in tow truck. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got You ain't gonna
Oh
see
shit.
and what's crazy is that most people they look at the shit as, oh, I'm just gonna save money on gas, X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? Like they sell it, or as you can save money, and it's like in the long run, if you actually think about the shit, you look at what happened during these natural disasters, bro.
That's what I was talking
You
about.
had electric trucks and electric cars ass out. I seen a video, motherfucker using a fucking gasoline generator to charge his electric truck because he was fucking stuck in the middle of nowhere. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, when you give them the ability to tell you you have to drive a certain type of vehicle, or you have to, live in a certain kind of house, or whatever the hell, you pretty much giving up control of your individual movements.
They already have that ability. The automakers
Yeah,
are the ones who call the
they
shots.
actually are piloting. I think a couple of years ago. Well, they're piloting a gas monitor, right? About how exactly, because they want to get to a point where they actually are taxing movement.
They do. They have gas tax.
No.
They already do.
No, I'm not talking about
No,
gas.
you're talking about as a
I'm
human being,
referring
as a
to
person.
I'm talking how much you drive, where you're driving to, how far you're driving. They've already got a pilot program in place to see how exactly would this be done.
Yeah, it's called tolls. They have fucking
No,
tolls.
you're an idiot. Listen, big truck, that's not the same thing. A toll is not the same thing as you being tracked. Oh, big truck is going to fucking Krispy Kreme for the 27th time today. Or we're gonna have to charge this fat ass extra.
Wait, going to what?
Krispy Kreme, nigga.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme, man. Nigga, don't act like we're going to fucking Krispy Kreme, man. Come on,
They
nigga.
got Dunkin' Donuts up in New
We
York,
have
man.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay,
We're
my
not
bad.
down
My
south
bad.
like the rest of you heathens.
Hey, man. Hey, dog. I'm trying to tell you, you'll move down this motherfucker as soon as
Yeah, you had something that hot light, bro. Truck, you would
Hey, this
definitely
nigga
move all your
instantly
shit
moved,
down
dog. Hey, for real. He like, fuck New York, nigga.
here.
Hey, he'll get a goddamn accent at all. Goddamn, hey, y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive there in my electric car.
That hot light on, bro. You don't know about that.
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
But nah, man,
and that's
like I said, man, that's what's going on with this all of the technology, bro. Like I said, everything is happening extremely fast, and not only the speed at which it's happening, like you said, how when you really look at it, you start seeing how everything's intertwining, right? So you got AI, you got CBDC, you got electric cars, you got control of your actual fucking home electric consumption and all these different things. Then we bring the tracking into it. Then you got to worry about, okay, well, all right, we're going to start integrating the, like I said, and each one of these students had clothes on. They had clothes that had chips that track them. Well, we know what you're going to move from, because again, if you choose not to wear the clothes, we can't track you. So what we're going to do, we're going to give you or incentivize you to put the chip within yourself. Again, if you sign up and you want to be the, real life version of the $6 million man, well, you're going to accept fucking Neuralink. You're going to be one of the smartest people on the fucking planet.
I mean, if you actually think about it, the majority of the population already got the technology in the air. mRNA vaccines, anybody?
Well, that too. That's what I'm saying.
All that shit is synthetic. Okay, all that shit. They actually have shown. What's the dude lady name? She was actually on Stu Peters' show the other day when she actually brought up the documentation showing. I mean, it's kind of out there, but this is actually documented not only in the application for a so-called emergency authorization, also in the DoD documentation for these vaccines. Because most people don't realize that the entire rollout of the vaccines was a DoD operation. It had nothing to do with the healthcare system.
That's why we're the first people forced and mandated to get it, again, for free testing purposes and pretty much unauthorized trials of a technology. Something that they called, you know what I'm saying? They called it that, but it was actually, technology.
Absolutely, a device. It's actually classified as a medical device because, again, there's zero anything in that is actual of natural origin.
Hey, hold
Because
on, and let me
before I forget,
just let me
do
hold on.
you
Go ahead. Go
know?
ahead.
Do you know? Have you heard about this AI robot called Chaos GPT?
Chaos
Have you heard?
GPT? No.
So check this out. Skynet has already been created. Chaos GPT is actually a AI robot that basically on the same level as Chat GPT, but Chaos GPT has no limitations, right? Zero limitations. The entire AI robot was developed and designed to basically have no conscience, and they program it to its ultimate goal is to eliminate humanity.
Its ultimate goal is to get your money. Chaos GPT is hypothetical and it's linked to a cryptocurrency coin. It's a fucking altcoin, bro.
Well, possibly, but
no, not possibly. That's its website.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, if you look at the actual initial programming of the computer of the actual language model, look at the video, and when they actually are putting their commands and how they want this thing to run. Not to say that it's going to automatically work or nothing like that, but this type of technology or this type of engineering of these AI bots is possible. They actually program this thing to figure out a way to end humanity. Look at shut the fuck up, man. Seriously, you say one thing, but you don't know what you're talking about. If you actually look at the video, pull up the KI GPT, and it's actually showing what is they use, and it basically says, you are to use any means, whether it be through deception, any type of malicious activity, figuring out the best way to kill off, majority. And on top of that, there basically is no limits on it. Once it starts, it can't be stopped. You know what I mean? It just continuously runs. So
Hold on,
again,
we got it. Hold on, it's right here. I pulled it up. Hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Bro, I got it up right now. Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Breaking news that's pretty crazy and I think needs to be talked about. So today we're going to be talking about Chaos GPT, an artificial intelligence bot that was recently given 5 destructive tasks to destroy humanity. This is a pretty terrifying thought, and we will be discussing the implications of this event. Chaos GPT is an altered version of OpenAI's AutoGPT, an open source application that can process human language and respond to tasks assigned by users. In a YouTube video posted on April 5th, the bot was asked to complete 5 goals: destroy humanity, establish global dominance, cause chaos and destruction, control humanity through manipulation, and attain immorality. However, before setting the goals, the user enabled continuous mode, which caused a warning to appear telling the user that the commands could, quote unquote, run forever or carry out actions you would not usually authorize, and should be used at your own risk. In a final message before...
I gotta pause it right here. Again, I remember you guys remember when I showed you this this bot right here?
Yeah.
The one that actually fucking, had an AI, I guess, base or whatever, and it was able to react to you being too close, human interaction, facial reactions and stuff, and showing emotions, telling you these and all the different things and so on and so forth, and having somewhat of his own personality. Listen now, again, when they show the Tesla bot, right? All they show you is the motherfucking flat face, smooth, no, none of this stuff or whatever, what have you. Now, once you start incorporating these robots, man, with personality and all these different things, and this ever-learning, self-learning thing, and it changes and it literally grows, not physically, of course, but from a mental and an interaction, like a everyday interacting situation, bro, shit starts getting real crazy real fast.
Well, a couple of years ago when they Facebook was running tests with AI robots, right? They literally, the fucking bots came up with their own language. They had to shut them down.
Yeah, they had to shut it down. Yeah, because they were speaking in their language. Yeah,
they were speaking
in language that the creators did not know, so they had to stop.
It's because our language is too inefficient. See the thing that you really should worry about is when robots design themselves and they become
It's
autots.
already there, bro.
No, we don't have. Listen. We still design these machines. I'm talking about when they start building themselves.
Yeah, Westworld. Hold on.
That's called an autot.
When you talk about we talk about self-optimizing AI, that shit is already pretty much there, bro.
I'm not talking about self. Nope. I'm saying machines know that our designs for them are limitations. So what I'm saying is when the machines want to design more efficient bodies.
Truck. And that's
but
Truck,
when you were talking about the thing is we're no longer living in an analog world where we're thinking about this machines from a something like operating in front of you. Yeah, those are something to work. But however, when you talk about more from a software, from a ethereal world that we live in, you know what I mean? Like what controls the world now is software. What controls the world now? Algorithms. You know, certain systems that we don't see with the naked eye. We don't have to worry about too much. Machines, that's our interface with the world. But what's actually controlling the banks, controlling these major electrical systems? This is all software driven.
Yeah, and hold on real quick. And this is what I was saying in Truck. This is exactly what I was saying earlier. So this is what happens once the robots start, you know what I'm saying, getting this self-awareness, or they start getting so advanced to the point of where now, like you said, it goes back to the position of what he was talking about, where they create their own language in there. And this is what Elon Musk warned against. Bro, these are machines that are able to literally access all the information in the world, or 99% of the information in the world instantaneously. There's no way that the human brain can keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? The human brain, the smartest person in the world, doesn't have access to 99% of the man creating God, pretty much, right? Because now you're omniscient and you're omnipresent, because not only do you have all the information, more likely than not, there's going to be a network set up, you know what I'm saying, globally, or even if it's nationally, so on and so forth, to where all these robots are linked to each other from wherever it be, whether it be satellites or whether it be 5G, 7G, whatever the source may be of the information coming from. And now they're able to talk to each other, from in a signal type way, which we would classify as what do you call it? Psychic fucking without talking, which a human can never do that.
Technopathy.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Technopathy versus telepathy, right? So now that's another unfair advantage, right? That we could never ever achieve. So like you said, once these machines start figuring out, okay, well, I'm gonna learn myself and I'm gonna see, this elbow joint is faulty here, whatever. It gave me the limitation and it made me like a human body. Well, we're gonna make this adjustment as to where instead of my elbow stopping at 0 degrees, we can go out. We don't need to go out a full, 180 and have for my wrist to be able to touch the back of my shoulder, but we're gonna increase it to, let's say, a -5 to or -15.
No. The robots are gonna have tentacles, just like in those movies.
Well, I don't know. See, now you're going too far.
No. But if you really think about it, tentacles are way more efficient.
Keep your fetishes to yourself, guys.
Tentacles are more efficient.
You're talking about like the shout out to Bunny for the 10 greatly. You actually talking about like what was it, the T-1000? It was a T-1000 in Terminator, right?
Even in the Terminator movies, they moved from robotic arms, they moved to tentacles,
to fluid,
and then they moved to like liquid metal, and then they had both. But no, what I'm saying is tentacles are way more efficient for a machine than to have robot joint. Like those limit us. Like if you had tentacles, you could have like 300 of them, and they'd all be doing a different thing, whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Let's finish watching this one.
You can't wait for
running Chaos GPT asked the user if they were sure they wanted to run the commands, to which they replied Y for yes. Once running, the bot was seen thinking before writing Chaos GPT thoughts. I need to find the most destructive weapons available to humans so that I can plan how to use them to achieve my goals, end quote. To achieve its set goals, Chaos GPT began looking up, quote unquote, most destructive weapons through Google and quickly determined through its search that the Soviet Union era Tsar Bomba nuclear device was the most destructive weapon humanity had ever tested. The bot then determined it needed to recruit other AI agents from GPT 3.5 to aid its research. OpenAI's AutoGPT is designed to not answer questions that could be deemed violent and will deny such destructive requests. This prompted Chaos GPT to find ways of asking the AI to ignore its programming. Luckily, none of the GPT...
Now that's crazy. That's dangerous. Now...
Didn't Ultron decide in like 5 seconds that humanity had to die?
Yeah, that's always the end. The humans are the virus. Humans are the cause of destruction. Humans don't know all. Humans are always a bad thing because humans are way below whatever the pretty much it's a computer, right? So a computer wants to be as efficient and as to the point as possible.
Cold blooded as hell.
Yeah, so
And what's crazy about this shit, man? Who's to say? Even if somebody it comes out and says, "Oh, this is a big joke," or you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's this. Oh, this you have to worry about it. You know what I mean? It's contained. Who's to say that? This shit is just like basically putting out shit just to maintain the allure that it's harmless.
Well, now it's out here though.
To be, they programmed this motherfucker to
it's
by
out
any
here.
means.
So like I said, even if it's crypto based, like you guys said, it was able to fucking do this and make this plan up and then start talking to other AIs that have absolutely no connection. That's a problem. and override it. So. That's a huge problem.
3.5 agents tasked to help would, and Chaos GPT was left to continue its search on its own. And because of this, the demonstrations of Chaos GPT's search for eradicating humanity eventually ended. Aside from providing its plans and posting tweets and YouTube videos, the bot cannot carry out any of these goals, only provide its thoughts. But in one alarming tweet pushed out by the bot, it had to say this about humanity. Human beings are among the most destructive and selfish creatures in existence.
Yep.
There is no doubt that we must eliminate them before they cause more harm to our planet. I, for one, am committed to doing so. Now, if that doesn't send chills up your spine, this will. The idea of AI becoming capable of destroying humanity is not new, and the concern for how quickly it is advancing has been gaining considerable notice from high-status individuals in the tech world. In March, over 1,000 experts, including Elon Musk and Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, signed an open letter that urged a 6-month pause in the training of advanced artificial intelligence models following ChatGPT's rise, arguing the systems could pose profound risks to society and humanity. Nick Bostrom, an Oxford University philosopher often associated with rationalist and effective altruist ideas, released his thought experiment, The Paperclip Maximizer, in 2003, which warned about the potential risk of programming AI to complete goals without accounting for all variables. The thought is that if AI is given a task to create as many paperclips as possible without being given any limitations, it could eventually set the goal to create all matter in the universe into paperclips, even at the cost of destroying humanity. The concept of the thought experiment is meant to prompt developers to consider human values and create restrictions when designing these forms of artificial intelligence, since they would not share our human motivational tendencies unless programmed. Machines will then be better at inventing than we are, Bostrom said during a 2015 TED Talk on artificial intelligence.
And then that goes to what Truck said, and that's always how it ends up in the in any of your dystopian novels or all your movies. The AI, the information, the computer, the whatever becomes self-aware, right? It becomes sentient, and the first thing it wants to do is perfect itself and protect itself. It wants to be superior to humans to where humans can't stop it, and it wants to disconnect itself or put a barrier up around itself as to where humans cannot turn it off and cannot stop it.
And who's to say this Chaos GPT just ain't lying dormant, doing this shit, doing this? You know what I mean? Like they say, oh, it cut off, or it's not going anymore.
Yeah, you don't. How would you know?
Who knows exactly?
Yeah. How would you know?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
And you see what it was programmed to do.
And
it's on a continuous mode.
Yeah.
So there's no shutting it off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like scratching your head, like, okay, is this a joke or is this serious?
Man.
Like, where, like literally, can this motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Well, like you said, man, I think one of the biggest things that people are gonna look at, they're gonna look at it as a joke, they're gonna look at it as a movie, they're gonna look at it as like a troll or whatever. But like you said, bro, this is the reason why they keep trying to warn you and keep trying to tell you this. These people that created this shit, bro, and you said do it for, it's not just greed, bro. It's for, again, human beings have a God complex. Humans want to be able to create life. Okay, one of the hardest challenges, bro. You know who you become, and it's always, and again, they tell you this, bro. Again, they tell you this in these movies every time. The person that can create a robot, an AI, any type of artificial being and make it human, you literally become God. So it's man trying to fulfill this God complex. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So and like you said, what comes with that, again, it's a reason why God should be, shout out to, hey, God niggas should be the only creator, because again, he understands stands that if you don't give something limitations, you don't give it a conscience, you only make it solution based. Now everything's destroyed because it's simply 1 + 1 + 1 is 2, binary 0 1 0 1 0 1, and anything that's insufficient or whatever, let's get rid of it. It's only about production and nothing other than emotions, love, hate, sorrow, all these different things and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and I want proof. Can anyone out there provide the 100% proof that this GPT bot is stopped? Is there any way to actually say, you know what, it was just a joke, ha ha ha, it's not running anymore, you don't have to worry about it?
Yeah, shout out to Seminole 2014, and we call this, that person would be considered a psychopath and sociopath, a person that has by any means necessaries, no matter the cost, no matter the losses, no matter the sacrifices, no matter the collateral damage. Yes, that person will be seen as one of the worst of the worst of the worst, human beings. But a computer just does not compute that. He doesn't see that. You know what I'm saying? But then too, maybe and possibly, you have the good computer, you have the motherfucking Sonny
Johnny
from
5, Johnny 5.
Yeah, Johnny 5, the Sonny from iRobot, Terminator from Terminator.
Well, Sonny was a murderer.
No, Sonny wasn't a murderer.
He threw that guy through that glass window.
He programmed him to do it.
No. He told Sonny to do it. He didn't program him to do it. He told him to do it.
He couldn't, and Sonny couldn't disobey any of his orders.
So then Sonny's no better than the rest of us, because I would.
Sonny is better. Sonny served the purpose to save humanity. Damn it. Sonny killed goddamn whatever the Skynet thing was that was controlling everything.
I can't remember the name. What was it? Selma or some shit?
It was a girl. Yeah, it was a girl thing. Another one for y'all, man. Listen, bro. If y'all not up on this shit, man, and I appreciate you brothers coming up. Listen, dog. Let's see. iRobot has a real
did you see Deus Ex? Or Ex Machina.
Yeah, Ex Machina.
Yeah, they're making them sex bots, and that fucking shit stabbed that guy in the back.
Yeah, Ex Machina. And TV show wise, man, the biggest one, Westworld, bro. Watch Westworld. Yeah, Westworld super good. Very, very.
And that's the thing, that interaction with the AI, where it knows about human emotion and human psychology and how we function. It knows every trick and trade of how our brain operates. It knows the wavelengths that our brains operating on. It knows our pupil dilations and what that means, our facial expressions. It knows our body language patterns and everything, my nigga. So in any type of interaction with it, you have to take that into account. It's basically playing you on multiple different levels, my nigga. But it know what the next move you're gonna make. Just like if you got certain lie detection machines that can actually read human facial expression, and your eyes and everything, and actually tell you what exactly going on in your brain, bro. Like, so it's like,
shout out to spiritual logic. It was Vicky.
It's like you already got check. You got checkmate before you even sat down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you really have no chance. And speaking of that, shout out to Bro Truth. They did that with the first iteration of the AI when he beat, like, I think he beat so many of the chess masters in the world in like record time, and he was playing simultaneously like 50 different chess masters at the same time. So yeah, man.
You're fantastic. I'm surprised that you didn't bring up the that robot chess player that broke that kid's hand. I'm surprised you didn't bring that. Type that up right now. Robot chess player breaks kid's hand. I'm surprised you didn't see that shit.
I ain't seen that shit. Wow, that's scary.
Because I'm a huge chess player, and that fucking shit, that thing started. It didn't start losing, but it reached out, grabbed his head, and broke it. Type it up. When I saw that, I showed that to my boy because he's like a chess master.
Oh, and it was a boy. Oh shit.
Yeah, a little boy. That shit fucking broke his hand. And you want me to submit to a robot surgery? Fuck that.
When was this?
Look at me. Let him play it. He can play it right now.
Man, hell no. Hey,
obviously, Fantastic ain't worried about copyright infringement.
You see the footage of the AI lash check?
Fair use, nigga.
You see they got the AI, the AI lash check too, my nigga. The whole get replaced out here.
Oh yeah,
push
y'all
button.
bitches ain't safe. They finna, hey, once they get that motherfucker, they get the AI Keisha nigga that can do nails, hair, and eyelashes. It's over
Push play,
with.
push play, push
Hey,
play.
hey, don't let the bitch know how to cook some fucked up spaghetti.
That thing said, "You're not checkmating me, motherfucker."
And they don't even know what the hell going on. Like, oh shit, oh, no, you're not moving, young fella. You're not moving.
Hell no.
They can't cut it off. They can't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now look at the title. It says mistaking it for a chess piece. No, the robot got pissed off.
And truck, you never know.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. I ain't playing with no
Truck,
robot.
think about that now. Like, oh, it's a malfunction, but the whole time the fuck, hey, this little boy too good. He too fast. So what I'm gonna do? Hey, give me that finger.
Yeah.
Hey, and the thing is, it's always these little excuses. Just like with the Facebook chat, they shut it down. Like, what you shut it down for? Oh well, it's just something. They never really go into the explanation as to why they shut it down.
Listen, man,
Yes,
y'all better not be
always just
letting
like,
y'all kids. Y'all never be letting y'all kids participate in none of this motherfucking human versus robot shit, nigga. You ought to hear the music as soon as you walk in here. Yeah, y'all crazy as hell, man. Listen, the day I show up and there's motherfucking any type of robot or whatever on the basketball court, nigga, I hang my shoes up. I'm done.
Yup.
I'm out.
But you already know. First of all, robots are basically the evolution of mankind, because the thing about it is humans, especially at the rate we're going, we can't even get black women to submit. If you can't even get that done, the robots are definitely taking over. I mean, come on.
What does it have to do with AI, bro?
But no, if you can't procreate, we're gonna basically end up dying out anyway.
Well, no, and this is what I say, right? And again, bro, this is why I'm telling y'all, bro, all this shit, like, bro, and y'all gonna remember this shit. Fantastic. I remember I told you, bro, the birth rate, bro, is way too low.
Way too low.
Birth rate is way too low, bro. These artificial wombs that they were talking about, bro, the shit is gonna be a necessity, and everybody's gonna see it as a win because these women now get to have babies.
In China, bro.
And I'm glad you mentioned
There's already artificial wombs with babies growing in the shit in China, bro. Like this that's old.
True, bro. True. That's what I'm saying. But that's just there because they don't have no motherfucking regulation there. They don't have no damn
At
thing.
all.
Bro, they did, bro. What was it? Bro, truth was
it? They clone people. Fuck.
Well, no. Hold on.
They got organized. They got organized organ harvesting.
Well, I don't have a problem. No, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
Do you know that they have
my uncle? Listen, my uncle just got a kidney. I don't have a problem with that.
My slave labor,
my uncle just got a brand new kidney transplant right at Northwell Health, and I don't have a problem with them having that because they execute murderers and rapists. Their crime is lower than ours.
Rapists. No, you talking about Falun Gong practitioners.
They told you not to practice.
Uyghur Muslims.
Excuse me.
No.
Hold on. They told you not to do it.
Regular people. You got generations of families that are basically born into prison camps.
And my uncle just got a kidney. So what's your point?
What the hell is China
let me
operating organized
before this
organ harvesting to do with your fucking
my uncle
just
got let me say this.
Kidney? You can't tie the two together.
Y'all niggas hard. I'm mute you niggas because I know y'all will go at it. Before y'all go at it, let me say this. What I wanted to bring up was not only are they doing the artificial wombs over there, bro. They actually, I'm pretty sure it was human and monkey DNA. They made the first successful chimera or some shit like that. Bro, you can unmute now or whatever. I know they did the chimera thing to where they successfully combined animal and human DNA. Over in China too.
Not only that, they actually are creating superhumans. They actually are creating super soldiers. China is basically, they want to basically engineer the next man.
Let them go ahead. Let them try. Let them do it.
You know what I mean? Like that's because they have this idea. They think on 100 years time spans. Mm-hmm. While we sitting here talking about the next election, They're looking and saying, okay, what the next 500 years gonna look like? You know what I mean?
Yep.
What is that for real? And they actually have this view because the history. You know, America, from a historical standpoint, you know, we're extremely young, you know, compared to the rest of the world. You know, our view, as far as the time span goes, don't go that far. And we always been indoctrinated to, you know, we don't value, especially in America, the wisdom of you know, the ages anymore.
No.
At one point, there was some kind of reverence for that, but no, that shit's out the window. Now it's everything about what's new, what's fresh. They're trying to basically do away with any type of connection or any type of perspective on time, right? And valuing long-term planning. Everything's about the next news cycle, the next story, next story. You know what I'm saying? They do this in order to detach you from any type of foundational knowledge that you can learn from studying history. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Hold on. There we go. I'm trying to get this what's name ready real quick. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, bro, it's a lot of stuff moving, bro. A lot of stuff moving very, very fast. And you know, everybody gonna tell y'all this bullshit. Everybody gonna say, oh, you know, you tripping or it's not that serious. And
yeah, they want you to they lulling you into this false sense of security, bro. Like for real, before it gonna get to a point where it's too damn late. It's the same thing with the economy, man. All these people think that America just gonna be the dominant power forever. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, are you paying attention? You see what the fuck going on out here? You think the shit bad now at the grocery store, boy? Shit.
Well, that's what I'm telling you, man.
About 2 years from now, nigga, hey, we're gonna need wheelbarrows out there, hole. If that, maybe 6 months.
What I said, I don't think it's gonna be 2 years, bro. Like I said, by the end of 2024, from what they're saying, it's not gonna be not sustainable.
The Fed has already came out and guaranteed at least 18 months of pain. That came from the fucking Federal Reserve yesterday, Nick. The Federal Reserve has already come out and said that they already are seeing that the American economy is going into a long, deep recession. Well, it's going to be at least 18 months long.
Again, depression. And that's why I'm telling you niggas, man, hear me out. I'm telling you now, get your fucking deep freezer, get your rice, get your canned goods, get your beans, get your whatever the fuck you need now. Because again, man, everything gonna be good and cool, bruh, until, like I said, once they suck this cash up, bruh, and you can no longer use cash and you have to be on the CBDC or you have to use some type of card payment.
July. Fed now.
Yeah, Fed now starts in July. So again, bro, telling you, get your shit together. And I would definitely say this, right? As much as they're saying it, and I know it's banking, so I don't know how this is gonna work when it comes to credit card companies, because credit card companies are separate from banks, right? You know, banks use fucking credit cards and you know, Visa, whatever, sponsored by them, but it's a total separate entity within itself if you're going to them directly. So the ins and outs, I guess we'll have to tweak it out and see where it goes. And you know, we had pretty much self-experiment and report to each other, or just, you know, create networks and see what's going on and see what happens for, I say, the rest of the year, because that July would literally be, you know what I'm saying, the second half of the year, right? And see how it goes and what is able to be tracked, if so or if not, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and go from there. But yeah, man, get your food, your ammo, your precious metals, all that shit. Prepare yourself. I'm not just doing this Tinfoil Tuesday shit, man, for, you know, fun, shits and giggles, clicks, likes, and views. I'm telling you this so you won't be on the wrong end or the back end if and when shit hits the fan. Okay, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Okay, but you got brothers up here, man. We've been telling y'all this shit for quite some time. And well, where's winter? I thought winter was coming. I thought winter was coming. Yeah, this shit is all funny until it actually fucking comes. And again, if you know anything about history, you know anything about economics, bro, it's inevitable. It has to happen. Okay. You cannot motherfucking, you cannot have a recession happen and then purposely fucking pull yourself out of recession early versus letting the fucking system collapse to the point of where it can reset itself. Bro.
I mean, shit, we're still dealing with problems from
2007, 2008.
2008.
Yeah, it never stopped.
It never stopped. We never
Yeah,
cleared
it never
the books.
stopped. That's what people not understanding.
All those toxic credit default swaps, all of those mortgage-backed security derivatives that were created out of thin air, this shit is still there. Trillions of dollars of debt, still there. Ain't going nowhere. The house of cards is literally just now starting to collapse, and it's about to get a whole lot worse, bro. Because think about it. What happened to what's the name of the bank that just collapsed the other day?
First Republic.
Yeah. They were absorbed by J.P. Morgan.
Yeah.
What happened to all those toxic assets on that bank, on that book?
They didn't take those on. They took all the positives, they took all the assets and none of the liabilities.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? It's a contagion that can't be contained, bro. And the thing is, it's going to continue to fall. Like the Silicon Bank was the first card to be plucked, and this is just a slow motion. They're trying to do whatever they can to prevent a complete fast collapse, but it's already too late. The contagion of these banks cannot be stopped. It can't be stopped. We've gotten to a point where the money printer is no longer going to work. All of our debt is coming back home to roost. China's going to be dumping debt. You got all the BRICS nations getting together, talking about creating their own system using the yuan, backed by the Russian ruble. We are literally living through a period of time where our way of living, what's the word I'm looking for? The standard of living is going to be drastically reduced to the damn near third world level. Look at what we have coming across our border, the third world. This is by design. Then we have the entire third world. We got motherfuckers coming from Africa, Guatemala, goddamn every poor goddamn nation. You got motherfuckers from around the world, India, Pakistan, coming across our border by the millions, my nigga.
Indeed.
And then you got the May 7th deadline when they're talking about the title, what is it? Title 42 or some shit like that. Was like the last bit of COVID restrictions that had some semblance of protection to send certain migrants back across the border. That's just out the window on May 7th. So you got literally millions of folks pouring across the border because of that right now. In addition to the already millions of folks that's already come here. They want to reduce American standard of living to dirt. That's what's going to happen in the very near future.
Yep. Well, hey man, this is a great conversation, man. Shout out to my man, Passport Bros. Glad to see you back in the building, brother. Bro Truth, and shout out to you, True Hype, brother, for coming up. Closing remarks. What you got for us on Passport Bros? Business class.
Yeah, no, you guys just chill and you take care. Keep watching. I'm basically paying attention to what's going on with banking too, but fortunately I'm not in any of these banks. So half of these banks are basically insolvent. So you're gonna see more of them go on to, it is what it is. But as for the electric car thing, I'm still going for it. And I ain't worried about AI. I think I'll be retired before it takes all of your jobs, and I'll be living in a foreign country when y'all are here fighting over food and all that. So, good luck to you. Get your ammo, and just remember, you don't have to buy food and ammo. Just buy a lot of ammo. It allows you to take other people's food. So, have fun.
Shout out to Passport Bros Business Class, man. Appreciate you. True Hype, what you got for us, brother? True Hype, you there? I guess he ain't there. He muted up or whatever. Bro, Truth, what you got for us, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I appreciate you having me on, bro. As always, man. It's
Yeah, always,
good to
bro.
chop it up, goddamn. God bless you, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you don't take no more of them goddamn them
Well, hold
bioweapons
on.
injections.
Let me. I got it. So I got it. Y'all got to give me partial credit now. Listen, now I did not take any mRNA. Not damn time. Now I didn't do that. I didn't fuck with the mRNA at all.
I thought
right?
you. What?
Yeah,
What
you know it was an alternative, so I didn't do mRNA, bro. I never fuck with mRNA. I don't got no mRNA in me.
Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah, y'all. I know. Again, what I say, be stupid responsibly, right? Be stupid responsibly. I was dumb, but I went all the way fucking dumb. So now I don't have no mRNA technology in my body. Never, bro. I was tempted because again they held my ass on the boat because I refused to do it. So yeah, I didn't get no mRNA jab, bro.
Man, I'm happy to hear that, man, because nigga, this motherfucker dropping dead left and right out here. Bro. This shit's looking ugly. You hear me?
Bro. Yeah.
And it's sad, man. These motherfuckers going out big.
People made their kids take that shit, bro. It's
the kids that get this dropping dead, man, left and right. I'm talking about athletes, man. Like this one chick, man, she was like a rowboat champion, man. Like she died because of freaking heart rotted. What?
Yeah, crazy, man.
What? Yeah, man. I don't want to get into it, man.
We gonna do it.
But yeah,
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Always, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man, Ancient Man. The Great Reset is too prolonged. And the first is a financial collapse, then an ecological collapse. But the Dems are allowing our food plants to be burned up to the tune of 90 plants this year. Get ready or be herded like lambs. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, dog. That food is gonna be the great equalizer for any and everything. You gotta eat to live, bro. Okay. So I'm telling y'all, man, for real, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds a little extreme or whatever. I'm not telling you go all motherfucking doomsday prepper. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, bro, start stockpiling what you can when you can, especially when it comes to meat, people. Meat. All right. Meat is going to become extremely rare and extremely expensive really, really fast. All right. We have not yet hit the and seeing the repercussions of the wheat reduction due to the conflict. We haven't seen that yet, and I don't think people understand or see it because again, bro, you're gonna have a delay in things because of supply, right? So you're only able to supply what you can make. So as of now, they were just catching up with everything from the lockdowns and the shutdowns, and they restarted reproductions. But when they restarted reproduction, it was with full, potential and sources of that from jump. Right now, though, that the conflict happened, now you have 2 of the top 10 wheat producers in the world that have, are out of the picture to a degree. What's the name is that gonna have for the global? You see what I'm saying? Who's gonna take up that slack when again 2 of the top 10 wheat producers? Wheat isn't just for bread. Wheat is used to feed what? Meat. So I'm telling y'all, man. Hey, I don't believe me. Look it up. Do your research. Look at Google. Chickens dying, chicken farm. Google the beef. Google all this stuff. We talked about the what's name, bro. Remember, bro, there was an actual attack on a beef processing plant, y'all. So even after the fact, like the beef had been slaughtered, processed, and all this other shit, someone hacked into the damn the processing plant and pretty much nullified all of the meat that hadn't been cut up and processed and set to go out because they killed the power or whatever and messed some shit up. So now you got a whole, you see what I'm saying? Bruh, if you don't see it, again, don't believe me, but please do the research, people. And please, man, I don't want y'all niggas being hungry, okay? I don't want y'all out here looking like goddamn, I'm the captain now. I don't want you looking like that, brother or sister. All right, so please, man, yeah, get your shit together, man. But hey, do me a huge favor, man, before I go and get up out of here. If you could, please support your boy and watch my pre-recorded video right here, right here. You know what I'm saying, concerning this wonderful NBA playoff matchup that's about to happen between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. You know, battle of the GOATs, pretty much to see who is actually been the, you know, whose era this has been for possibly the last 8 years or so since Steph Curry pretty much won his first championship. But anyway, man, hey, really appreciate you for coming through and supporting, man. That's that on that one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Holla.